Alexa device. Alexa, play WXCY. Now, on the official station of Wolfpack Nation, 1017 XZY, it's Kane High School football. Our broadcast is brought to you through the support of great businesses like W.E. Swanson Agency, Texas Hot Lunch, Kane Lumber and Fuel True Value Hardware, Zook Motors, Pepe's Bistro, The Spoonwood Inn, Kane Elks Club, D'Angelo Custom Built Manufacturing, Flickerwood Wine Cellars, Howard Hanna Professionals, Drift Flotation Center, Field Street Boots, Haberberger Disposal, Atlantic Eastern Electrical, Kane Liquid Fuels, and the Sparkle Car Wash, and our friends of the Wolfpack supporters. Now, let's go live to the field with XCY sports announcers Chris Nicholas and Bruce Leonard.
Good afternoon, everyone, and we'd like to welcome you, this afternoon.
This afternoon, it's weird to say that, isn't it?
It doesn't come out natural, does it?
No.
Well, anyways, we're over here this afternoon in Port Allegany as the 0-4 Kane Wolves are taking on the 3-1 Port Allegany Gators. I, along with Chris Nicholas here, minus our Steve Bezak, who had to be shuffled off to a wedding somewhere.
Oh, he's somewhere, all right. But at least we're having fun.
At least we're having fun. We're up on the roof. We have the best seat in the house.
We do.
It's beautiful blue skies, and the Wolves are just heading in after warming up before the game here to get their pregame talking to. And, you know, it's been a rough season so far, Chris.
It really has. It's been a rough season for the Wolves. You know, we've only scored 21 points this year. It's tough to come out each day, but, you know, that's the drive of being an athlete. You come out to that game, the next game. You come out, you go out there in the field, you do your job. You try to strive to be better each game.
Yep, and the guys that are real gamers, they don't look at it that way. You know, you just don't realize when you step on the field that you're the underdog. You always think you're going to win. And
absolutely.
And I'm sure most of these kids, I know a lot of these kids, and this is the way they feel. So we're going to see if they can get it turned around this afternoon. And Keaton Roundsville, head coach, has done a good job of keeping them up. The problem this afternoon is going to be they got a few kids injured. Sam West is not back yet. Cameron Severance has got a knee injury. He's not going to play today. And the young kid who just came back from being off for 2 years, that Camden Ray, he's got an issue. He won't play this week. So they're going to be undermanned, to say the least.
They are going to be a little bit under the weather. And, you know, we also have to take into effect this is an afternoon game, and it's in the low 70s. You got to take that into effect. You know, did all the athletes on both sides of the ball, did they both take proper precautions yesterday preparing for this game? Did they go and take fluids in, do all the things you need to do to prepare just for the cramping? Not to say anything else about just how the athletes are, but just prepare for an afternoon in the sun game.
You're not used to it. You're right, Chris. You're used to the night game where it's a little cooler this time of year.
Yep.
You know, a lot more temperate, and so you're right. We'll see if they've made all the precautions.
We do have a nice breeze on top of the press box. I'm not sure what it's like down in the field, but
it's pretty beautiful out, really, to tell the truth.
Yeah.
Port Allegany, on the other hand, has been cruising through the season. I think they lost early on in a close game, and then they've just manhandled everybody in their way. So they're hitting their stride. Like we said, the Wolves are going to have to kind of turn it around. Last night, there was a lot of games in the area.
A lot of games in the area. Why don't we talk about those scores real quick, and then we'll send it back to Joe after we talk about these scores.
Why don't you do that?
But I got to find which computer I got it put on here. I'm a little out of my weather here. No pun intended, being outside in the weather, but
tough seeing the screen with
sun. The sun is out, and I'm not going to complain about the sun on a September 30th game, wearing shorts and a T-shirt still. But right now, if you can see on the live stream, if you're out there, the Port Allegany band is playing before the game. It is homecoming here at Port Allegany today, so a little bit longer of a halftime as well. But let's go through some District 9 scores from last night. Cameron County over Bucktail, 30-28, and I think I remember checking in on that game, and Bucktail was ahead right in the fourth quarter. They were leading Cameron County, so good win for Cameron County there.
Sure enough.
Bradford over Montauk, 40-21. Bradford pouring it on there. I'm not sure where that game was at.
I think it was Bradford's homecoming.
Was it their homecoming? Well, good for them getting a win on homecoming night. Brockway 41, Smethport nothing. Brookville 49, St. Mary's 13. Central Clarion, what can you say about Central Clarion? 50-15 over Karnes City.
Ouch.
Clearfield over Penns Valley, 35-7. Coudersport over ECC, 43-0. Punxsy over DuBois, and I think DuBois is winning this one too, 25-24.
That was a game.
That was a game right there. That'd be a fun game to watch. Keystone over Ridgeway, 35-20. And listen to this one, folks. Red Bank Valley 50, Union AC Valley 6.
And they're not crummy.
No, they're a pretty well-rounded team there. They gave everything they had to us last week. So some great scores there for last night in District 9. And the only games we have going today are us versus Port Allegany and Otto at Sheffield. So we'll keep you updated on those couple scores today. But right now, let's send it back to the studio for a few words from our sponsors. And then we'll be right here with live action where your Cane Wolves take on Port Allegany.
1017 XCY's pregame show is sponsored by Atlantic Eastern Electrical, providing electrical contract services for business and industry. They're located in Kane and can be reached at 837-1222. Atlantic Eastern Electrical.
You're listening to Kane Wolves High School football on 1017 XCY, supported by great local businesses like these. W.E. Swanson Agency, offering plans for auto, homeowners, and business and commercial at 23 Fraley Street. On the web at Texas Hot Lunch and Four Sons Family Restaurant, Field Street in Kane, home of the Kane Texas Hot, and serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. 814-837-8122. Kane Lumber and Fuel, True Value Hardware, located at 250 Hemlock Avenue, serving the Kane area for over 85 years with remodeling and building supplies, tools, and paints. Drift Flotation Center. Flotation therapy is designed to try to reduce health issues and promote relaxation. Drift Flotation Center is located in Lance Corners, and more information is available at driftflotation.weebly.com. Zook Motors, Route 6, just west of Kane, with new and pre-owned cars and trucks and service and parts. Their inventory listings are online at zookmotors.net. Kane Elks Club, serving dinners on Fridays for members and their guests starting at 4 p.m. daily. Open bowling and league play available throughout the year. For information, call the Elks at 814-837-8812. Howard Hanna Professionals, representing buyers and sellers of homes, commercial properties, and acreage in the Kane area and surrounding region. Online at howardhannaprofessionals.com. Field Street Boots, offering Carhartt and Timberline clothing along with hunting and fishing supplies. You can find them on Facebook or 18 Field Street in Kane. D'Angelo Custom Built Manufacturing, proud to stand behind Kane High Athletics and Academics. On the web at custombuiltmfg.com. Pepe's Bistro, 127 Fraley Street in Kane, with a food and drink menu including salads, subs, and wings, as well as a selection of beer. Their phone number is 814-837-8712. The Spoonwood Inn. They offer lodging and accommodations on Route 6 on the edge of Kane, just across from the Knox and Kane Bike and Walking Trail. They can be reached at 814-561-1365. Flickerwood Wine Cellars, with wines made in-house as well as a gift shop and cocktail lounge offering a menu of entrees. They're on Flickerwood Road in Kane. Haberberger Disposal, providing careful removal of household or business trash for customers around the region. They can be reached at 814-558-4304 or online at haberbergerdisposal.com.
In the last few years, we've had to readjust to a lot of things. Thankfully, one thing hasn't changed. High school football on 1017 XCY. Your support allows us to continue beaming the action far and wide each week. Join our team of supporters by becoming a friend of the Wolfpack. A $10 or more donation helps us cover the costs of our broadcasts and gets you recognized as one of our VIPs. Just visit WXCYradio.com and click on Friend of the Wolfpack to give quickly and securely online. Or 504 Kane, Pennsylvania 16735. Thank you.
The official station of Kane Wolves Sports. WXCY LP Kane.
Let's go, Wolves!
1017 XCY.
Okay, welcome here back to Port Allegany.
Here we are.
The band is doing their thing for Port Allegany out on the field. And like I said, today is homecoming, so we'll probably have an extended halftime here.
Yeah, we sure will. Usually a 20-minute halftime.
Yeah, and they always do a nice job at all these small schools. They make a big to-do out of it.
Absolutely.
We had ours last week up in Kane. I forget, what was the girl that won?
That was
Frankie
Ishman.
Frankie Ishman.
And I didn't catch who the king was. Shame on me for not looking that up.
Was the kid who played football last year, did not play this year. Lundeen?
Sam Lundeen.
Sam Lundeen.
There we go.
Yes.
All right, between the two of us, we'll figure things out. That's the way we work with things. Yeah.
That's the team at WXCY.
Yeah. And if Bees is out there, maybe he can tone in with a text message or something.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah, we missed the Bees.
Yep.
But boy, it is a beautiful day here, I'm telling you. We got the yellow jackets out on the roof.
They are. I've noticed a couple here I'd like to smack away, but they're just they're buzzing around.
But it is a beautiful afternoon.
Yeah, I'd like to thank from the Port Allegany School District, Dakota, for getting us hooked up with the online here today to get us the video stream so everybody back home can see the video, because without it we didn't have enough cell service here to get things going. So thank you to the Port Allegany School District in Dakota from the tech department there getting us on. Appreciate that.
People working together to make things roll.
That's the way we've all done it since COVID happened. A lot of things have changed with bringing games and different things like that. Radio is a de facto go-to. I mean, we're still doing the radio thing. We got our own wireless network for that going here. But all the video stuff now is extra things we're doing, and it's just fun to see all the different ways you can watch the game.
Well, I get
so
many comments about the way you guys put this on now. I mean, crystal clear. People from across the country watch it.
Well, we're
crystal
trying.
Clear. They get to watch the game every week, usually Friday night, not in the sun.
Not in the sun.
And here come our very own Kane Wolves onto the field now for today's contest. And like I said, it's been a trying season at best for the Wolves, through some attrition and some injury. But, I talked to some of the kids and a couple of the coaches this week, and, their heads aren't hanging. I know that. Even last week in that game, Kane was right in it, and then all of a sudden out of hand. So, but the kid Sam West, he's not on the field yet this year. They've missed him since the first game. He did something to his ankle, and he hasn't been able to get back on the field. And he was a kid that they were looking forward to having this year. I mean, it was probably their main back, but, they've done other things. I would think, too, that today Kane may go with the other kid at quarterback a little bit more than they have. The Dane Anderson kid.
Anderson back there
I know watching it earlier on when they were warming up, he was getting a little more action at that. So I don't know if we will, but to me it seems that they will use him a little bit more in that capacity.
Yeah, it's good to see it. You got to change something. Let's change it up a little bit. Do something different. Do something that the other defensive maybe haven't seen this year yet.
Right. Hey, speaking of different, how about this week in volleyball? Did we have any games? I know they beat, who was it?
They beat Bradford in 3 straight sets. They won in 4 sets. I believe it was down in Brockway. Good things there for the Wolves. They're now 5-3. Lady Wolves are 5-3 on the year so far. Cross country just had their last home meet.
Wow.
They had their last home meet of the year. So it's good to see them. They're down at an invitational day somewhere down in Pittsburgh. And I've said this before on our Wolfpack chat with Matt Gasbury. I love what Coach Laura and Rich Hunt do with that cross-country team. Not only do they coach them up with running cross-country, but when they go to a big city, go to an area, they do other things. They do some team bonding stuff that you don't see in the win-loss record, but stuff you do see in the, hey, do you remember back when we were in high school and we went down to Kennywood or we went down to another location? Here we are. They're going to a Pirates game today after their invitational. Just stuff, those memories you make, and we talk about that. Even these football players, when you ride the bus back and forth, just things you do, things you stop and see, something that might happen along the way. Those are the things that don't come up in the win-loss record.
Oh, I know. My daughter, she ran cross-country all through school, and she would say the same thing. I mean, you spend so much time with your teammates in cross country because you're traveling on the weekends, long distance since you travel. It's not a given thing like every Friday night we play.
No.
I mean, they run different invitationals all over the state and even out of state. So kudos to them for doing some great things.
So great things with them. I know they've got some more things left coming as Port Allegany here comes out and takes the field tonight. Or tonight. See, it's tough to get out of that, Bruce. It's tough to get out of that. You're in that mode to say things. This afternoon, Port Allegany coming out to the field to their alma mater as they come out, or their fight song, whichever that is. And, another thing, golf. We talked early on. Golf has districts this Monday.
Right. That went fast, didn't it?
So they're already going to be in districts, so we'll have some information on them. And
in
the sports
Brookville,
report.
You said they're playing?
I think it's in Brookville.
Okay.
We'll do that thing, and we'll go with that. So lots of fun things happening with all of our other sports right now, and we'll see what happens with all that good stuff.
Yep.
I'm going to do the national anthem.
Nice rendition by the Port Allegany Marching Band.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what, we're going to have to talk to Joe about getting some different home and away jerseys here.
We do.
These black jerseys are a bit warm here in the sun.
They are a bit toasty in the sun. I'm having some problems with my electronics up here, of course. You
can straighten it out?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Make it work as they're doing their national anthem and getting ready to go out there.
Yep.
Do their thing.
Officials are getting ready to start their little thing to do here before the game. I guess for the Wolves, captains are going to be Dane Anderson, Kyle Zook, Cameron Severance, and Sam West. For the Port Allegany Gators, if I am not mistaken, that is number 64, Mishka Young, along with 51, Carson Neely, number 4. Button.
There we go.
They're going to decide the coin toss in the coming minute or so.
We just want to give everybody a heads up on the broadcast. We don't have the three of us tonight, so Bruce is going to be over there trying to read the numbers for everybody and reading all that stuff. Well, I'm going to try to keep the camera going and talking in when we can.
Yeah, we're doing the best we can.
We're doing the best we can out here.
Undermanned schedule.
Undermanned, yeah. Understaffed for today, but we're going to make it work as always.
We do, and we always get the game on, no matter what.
We get there we go.
We're getting something from
the
stands,
studio. Yeah, from the studio. Always have a comment there.
Nice crowd on hand for today's game. I'll tell you what,
a nice crowd.
And once again, Kane traveled pretty well.
Yeah.
It sure beats last year's game where you sat up here in a driving rainstorm, Chris.
It was coming down sideways, and it wasn't fun.
Kane will receive the opening kickoff as Port Allegany won the toss and deferred.
So it's good stuff here.
Oh yeah.
As the game gets ready to go, shaking the hands there before the game starts, and pretty nice grass field. There was when we came up here, Bruce, there was soccer going on, and I think Port Allegany won over DCC 3-2.
3-2 in a close one. Came right down to the end. Yes.
And when we arrived, it was 3-1.
It was good. I haven't got to
see
a soccer match in quite a while. It was nice to be able to witness one.
Yeah, DCC scored right when we came up.
Yep.
Right when we walked in the gate, they scored, and quite exciting. A few fans on hand for that. But,
quite a few, to tell you the truth.
We'll go with it and see what we get here as the Wolves will receive the kickoff.
Kicking off for the Port Allegany Gators, who are, I don't have the coaching staff, but I believe one of the guys down there is Justin Binkowski, a former Johnsonburg Ram athlete who played back when my son was in school.
Boy.
Yes. And it looks like the kicking duties for Port Allegany Gators will be taken on by Jared Funk, a sophomore. Dane Anderson back deep for the Wolves, as usual.
Boy, Jared looks like a pretty tall guy.
He looks all of 6'2" and
is he?
195.
For sure. We'll see how.
And this is not where Kane has had a problem. They've been pretty good on special teams in the kickoff area, except for last week when they kicked off and they ran back the opening kickoff.
Yeah. Well, let's see what happens here.
Yes, go. His ball is squibbered down the middle of the field. Is going to be picked up by Anderson. He's going to come to the right side around the end. He's finally going to be taken down by Nick Wolfong, who is also the Port Allegany quarterback. And the Wolves will take over here. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 27.
28-yard line.
And it's going to be, looks like Dane Anderson is going to be at quarterback. As I mentioned
he said
earlier.
Before, we saw that happening at.
Yep, Bachakis will be in the backfield.
And he's not afraid to throw the ball either. This isn't.
No, he's our all-around go-to athlete here. Dane Anderson is. He's going to get the ball out of the shotgun. He hands off to Bachakis on a play left. Bachakis busts off a run for about 15. Call it 17 yards. Nice run by Bachakis. Finally brought down on the play by Hover.
Yeah, it opened up here on the near side as it was coming towards us, and some nice blocks out there, and just came right down. And a nice gain for the Wolves on their first play from scrimmage.
Very nice block by Evan Anderson out here on the wing. Again out of the shotgun, hands it again off to Bachakis, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of around 3. Tackle made by, that is Austin Freer on the tackle. Is going to bring up second and around 12. Again out of the shotgun, Anderson. Bachakis on his wing. Gets the snap. That snap is handled well by Anderson. He's going to scramble ahead, pick up 1, but it's still going to be 3rd and long for the Wolves. Tackle made by Mishka Young.
Yeah, so far for the Wolves, all running plays.
And Anderson is limping off the field here.
That's not looking good.
No, that is not. So number 3 for the Wolves is going to come in, and that will be... I'm not sure. We'd usually go with Eric Novosel.
But he's coming in as receiver.
Oh, I see. You're right.
He's coming in as a receiver.
Talon Young is a receiver, and Kyle Zook is going to go back at quarterback.
Get on sides there, buddy. Walk back another step or two.
He's going to have to look towards the official.
And he's got to be real close.
Yeah.
He's shaking there we
his
go.
head, yes.
Good.
Okay.
Got him backed up.
Zook back on the snap.
Yep.
3rd and long. He's looking downfield. He throws a little screen pass out here to Bachakis. I think they're going to call it incomplete.
No, they called that a catch and a fumble.
A catch and a fumble. They're saying he made a football move.
They said that's a catch and a fumble. Wow. So if he was moving upfield, then that definitely is a catch and a
football move.
Move. So
the Gators will take over. At the gain, 34?
Yeah, +1 in the Gators category for turnover ratio there so far this game.
And that's a huge category.
It is, and
when
boy,
you look at that.
It is, and you know what field position here for the Gators?
Back at quarterback for the Gators. I have a hard time reading their uniforms. They're dark orange and black.
Yep.
It's 22.
No gain.
And that
Maybe
will
a yard.
be Aiden Bliss for the Gators. Like you said, very short gain on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and long. 10:03 to go here in the opening quarter. No score. First offensive possession for the Gators. Again, Bliss is looking at sidelines for a play called in. He's going to take the call from shotgun position. Sizes up the field. Gets the snap. He's going to run. Takes it off tackle right. Brought down by a host of Wolves led by Preston Darr. They're going to move it ahead to bring up 3rd and 1. Some nice gain on the play.
And just fixing some things here on our broadcast, Bruce.
A little different when you're outside, isn't it?
It is. It's a little different outside. Tough to see, but you know, again, the folks that are watching the TV station, the Kane Area School District TV station, I still recommend going out, getting the Facebook page of WXCY Radio. We have an excellent high-definition feed there. Also, the Kane Area School District YouTube channel. I highly recommend that over that TV channel because the TV channel does cause a lot of problems, and the video quality on it just isn't good. So go on out there to our streaming channels, and you'll have a much better experience. So with that,
thanks, Chris.
With that 1st down and 10 to go for the Gators.
Yep, Bliss perked up the 1st down. Bliss ahead again. Nice gain on the play. He's going to pick up about 5 on the play. He's taken down by Sharba.
Yep, taken down by Sharba and a bunch of other Wolves there on that tackle.
So it's going to bring up 2nd and around 4 for the Gators here with 8:15 to go in the opening quarter. Still tied 0-0. At the quarterback position now is Wolfong.
So 2 different quarterbacks so far.
The sophomore, Nick Wolfong, under center, gets the snap, hands the ball off to Peyton Stiles, the running back. So they're giving a little bit different look to the Wolves here off and on.
But good job.
Yep, Stiles is finally brought down by Shrub.
3rd and about 2, call it 1.5, 2.
Yes, short gain for the Gators need to get the 1st down here. A couple guys new in the front lines for the Jacob Langilla up front for the Wolves. And now we got Wolfong again at quarterback. He's just going to pitch it off to Stiles. Stiles brought down 1st down.
Almost a little misdirection there.
Yeah, it's going to be inside the 10. It's going to be 1st and goal from
about the 5, or it's tough to see with all the way over the other side.
Somewhere around 5 or 6.
Yep.
We're going to go with the 6. Port Allegany driving here early.
They started at their own 35, was it, or 34?
Yes, on the
fumble
recovery.
On a 3rd and 10 play from the Wolves.
Wolfong gets the snap. He pitches this over to Bliss, and Bliss is going to go around the left thing into the end zone, I do believe. Yes, touchdown. Bliss into the touchdown for a 6-yard run. He's going to put the Gators up 6-0 here early at the 6:33 mark of this game. But you're right, Chris. It's tough when you turn the ball over early like that and give them great field position.
When it's at your own your own 34, 35 yard line, that's tough.
Right. So it looks like we're going to kick this. That Jared Funk, who did the kicking off, is going to attempt the extra point. Everything's lined up. Snap is down. It's up. It's good.
It's good. Yep.
So there we are.
So already the Gators up
7-0 here early.
7-0.
6:33 to go in the opening quarter. And the Wolves, who were moving the ball a little bit there, before the turnover.
Yeah, they had some success on 1 or 2 runs there, but then they just got snuffed out on their plays and just put the brakes right on. Good credit to the Gators defense there, figuring out what the Wolves were doing there in that first drive.
Yep, and I don't know what's going on with Dane Anderson, who came off the field there early, who had started at quarterback for the Wolves.
Yeah, I wasn't able to see over on the sideline to see what was happening over there, if he's being
attended to
or not.
No. A lot going on here.
A lot going on up here, yeah.
Between the Yellow Jackets.
Swatting Yellow Jackets out of the way. And
I'm trying to live in harmony with them.
Yeah, you don't want to make them mad.
Right.
You don't want to make them mad.
No.
Yeah. So here we go again with another kickoff.
Yeah. I think that is Anderson back deep for the Wolves.
It looks like it. Maybe a little more tape on the ankle. I'm not sure. It looked like that ankle had some tape on it before.
I don't see number 2 on the sideline, so
yep.
I believe you're right. An extra half a roll of tape works.
Yep.
Funk to kick it off.
Oh, get it.
Oh, he's going to pick up the bumbling ball. He's out to the 20. Anderson's out to the 30. He's going to finally be brought down at the 32. And then he was brought down by Aiden Bliss.
Was brought down by number 8, Nick Wilfong.
Yeah, nice return after fumbling it a little bit there.
Right.
20-yard return.
Actually, sometimes that works in your favor because it throws off their timing as they're running down full bore.
Running down and like, uh-oh, something's going on here. Let's go get them, and then they might over-pursue.
Right. So the Wolves take over right at the 30, their own 30. Back under center. Gets the snap. It is Anderson. He's going to throw this one out. It's going to be long, and I think there's going to be a flag for a late hit.
There is a flag, yep.
Port
Anderson got
Allegany.
nailed
Long after he let go of it.
Long after the play. Well, maybe.
I would believe that. I mean, that's where the flag was thrown, and it was the only 2 people back there. They're walking the other way.
Holding against the Wolves.
Oh, wow.
Is at least what I saw. I think it was. Yep. Holding against the Wolves, and
so they'll accept that, and it'll bring up 1st and 20.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought that was a late hit. I didn't have it in camera view, but I'm pretty sure that was a pretty late hit. But we're not down there, Bruce. We're up here in the peanut gallery, up here on top of the box.
This is what we're gonna go with.
And I do have to say, their box, they got a power up here and everything, something to look at for maybe the press boxes of the future. But inside the box, not so much room.
No, there isn't. So Anderson gets the snap from the shotgun again. Anderson's going to keep it himself. He's going to finally be brought down after a short gain. Tackle made. Been a long time since I did a game outside.
How about it? Outside in the elements, getting a little, like
in the afternoon.
In the afternoon.
Yeah.
There's enough cloud cover here. It's making it nice.
Hey, you know what? That does make it bearable, doesn't it?
Sure does.
So Anderson again out of the shotgun. But Jack is off to his right. He's looking downfield. Oh, it's picked off. Picked off by Kellen Vayu, and he's going to take it in from a touchdown. Wow, I don't think Anderson saw Vayu underneath there, and it was headed right towards his receiver, and he just came out from under the back of a guy, and he ran it back for the touchdown, and that's going to put the Gators up 13-0 here early. 2 turnovers, 2 scores, Chris.
+2. That's a tough stat to overcome.
It always is.
Yeah.
I heard Penn State fumbled their opening kickoff and turned it over. So, again, Funk is going to attempt the extra point here from the 10. Looks back, ready to snap it. Snaps down, kicks up. Kick is good.
I think it's good. Yep.
14-0 Gators here early in the first quarter.
And so that was another, short field, a pick six for the Gators.
Right, and it's happening quickly, Chris. I mean, this is what happens when you lose that turnover battle, and when you lose it early, and the kids get down, it seems to build on itself, and it's tough to gather them back up.
It's tough to gather things and get back in it. You got to go back to the huddle now, and new game, 5:35 to go here in the first quarter.
Tell them to forget about what happened. What we're doing is we're playing a game every situation.
Every down you go out there. You got to play it. We've got a new set of downs here. Take the ball, play your game, and do what we have to do to get back into this game.
Win some battles.
Win a few battles here. First thing is we got to get a first down. Let's do that. Let's accomplish that first.
Those are the things you work on. It sounds simple enough, but that's what you have to do.
And we're standing up here talking about it, but that's really what it is.
And Funk will be lining up to kick this one off again. Anderson back deep, Bajakis and Talon Schaefer up short for the Wolves. Funk gets a nice kickoff. Anderson has it at the 15, the 20, out to the 25. He's going to make it just short of the 30. Brought down by Wolfong.
7 or so yard line.
They've had decent position.
Yeah, they haven't been buried back in the zone.
Right.
No, they've been up. It's just not able to execute the plays to get Port Allegany territory. To give yourself an opportunity. So right now, opportunity, get down the field, make some plays, and let's get a first down.
Win some battles up front and move on from there.
Yep.
Looks like Connor Brown is going to come in at the fullback, and they're going to hand it out to Bajakis, who is met 2 yards deep in the backfield. It's going to be a loss of around 2. Big move up front by the Gators. Aye.
Yeah, they're just swarming on the ball.
Right, I think tackle made by Aiden Bliss, who was blitzing on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 12 for the Wolves. Anderson's going to go under center this time. Looks back, going to roll to his left, being chased. He's going to keep it. He's going to get up. He's going to get back half of that. He's run out of bounds by Kaiser.
Yeah, that's a nice gain. I think that was a good 7-yard gain.
Yes.
Well, they're marking it a little further. It looked like he got a lot further.
Right. You were on the same page
I was.
We stepped out of bounds just a little bit short of that. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 9.
Still a positive gain, 4 or 5 yards.
Right. So for the Wolves, Chamberlain into the game now. He's going to come out split to the right. Anderson back in the shotgun. Gets a low snap, handles it, looks downfield. He throws it to Chamberlain. He's got the ball. Oh, it's incomplete. Knocked out at the last second as he was coming down. He and Zook kind of collided before.
Yeah.
I thought Chamberlain was going to have it, but he got wailed on, and there's going to be an official timeout as the coach comes out to take a look at Chamberlain.
Yeah, he just got hit real hard there, right? Both of them at the same time.
Yeah, that was just a big football move by the Gators, who are a fundamentally sound football team from what I've seen. I mean, I've heard a lot about them this year and haven't got a chance to see them. But talking to some people, they were telling me they're solid. And in the past few years, Port Allegany has been solid.
Yeah, they've been a solid football team.
In the playoffs every year in single A.
Yep.
So as they look at Chamberlain, it looks like they're going to hoist him up, and he's going to walk off under his own.
Yeah, maybe just doesn't seem to be limping anything.
I think he just got the wind knocked out when he came down.
Yeah. Always precaution here. Our athletic trainer, Sam Delcamp, was out there, as well as the Port Allegany training staff was out there. And that's what we like to see, everybody going out there, taking care of the kids, taking care of these athletes, and making sure everybody's okay. Yeah, making sure everybody's okay.
And what this does is, with the incomplete pass on that play, is going to bring up 4th and long for the Wolves, and they're going to have to punt it away. But Jackus will do the punting. Back deep for the Gators will be Peyton Stiles. He'll be the lone back there to receive this, so they're going to put some pressure on Bajakis, it would seem.
No.
He's going to get the kickoff on a nice snap. Stiles lets it bounce, and he's going to let it go, and he's going to pick it up late.
Oh, boy.
Wow, gutsy play by Stiles,
He's
who's
still
on his feet. And finally brought down by Connor Brown and Dane Anderson.
Stiles on the return.
Along with Levi Wilson. And you're going to push the Gators back to the worst field position they've had all time to start a possession.
And he actually had about 3 or 4 more yards more than that, but he reversed field and came back.
Right.
But, gutsy play to pick that up. There are at least 2 or 3 Wolves around the ball.
It's almost like he waited for 2 of them guys to go past him, and then he picked it up.
And then it was like, okay, I'm picking it up. Let's go.
Right.
Make a play, and he did get it. He got about 10 more yards out of it.
Yep. So Peyton Stiles looks to be the quarterback now. Or is that? Yes, Peyton Stiles. He's going to keep it right out of the shotgun position. Runs ahead for a gain of around 3, maybe 4.
Nothing fancy, just running up the middle.
Power football.
Taking it down the right side, taking it down the left. Nothing fancy here from the Gators.
Of course, 2 of them, the one was on a interception for the score.
Yep. But no real razzle-dazzle plays.
No.
Just fundamental football.
Yep. Stiles again gets the snap. He's going to keep it again. He's going to get ahead for a couple more. Brought down on the play.
He's going to have about a 3rd and 1, third and a football.
Going to be short. You're right. Not much.
About 5. It'll be up 3rd and 1.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, give or take.
And this is where you wouldn't think too much fancy going on for the Gators. Peyton Stiles, he's a senior, good athlete for the Gators.
Oh, and we get an automatic first down.
Yes, he had his sidecar back there in Bliss, but going to have an infraction against the Wolves. 5 yards is going to give them the first down and ball out at the 43 of Port Allegany. And that's just a head scratcher when that happens because you're doing some things right and then.
Yeah, that's again you got to stay home. You got to know. I mean, he did change his cadence a little bit. We could hear that here.
Right.
But you got to know it's 3rd and 1. Yep.
Yep. So Kaiser's in motion, gets the ball. He's brought down in the backfield. Tackle made by Tom Shrub. Nice play by Shrub.
Calling his number quite a few times.
Yes.
That's going to be about half a yard loss for the Gators. So right before this, Bruce, I was going to say, now with the first and 10, maybe they go downfield, but no, they're content with just running the ball.
Yep. The clock is down to 2.5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. They're up 14-0 over the Wolves. Stiles back in the shotgun again. Hands this one off. I think that's Leon Hauver. Gets the call.
You're right. Yeah.
Number 2, I think.
We'll go with it. Either way, it's 3rd and 2 for the Gators.
And the big fella out there, Jared Funk, coming to the far side, goes split out. Kaiser is split out here on the left. Going to go up under center this time, so they're really mixing it up tonight.
Yeah, they've been under center, been out, but still just no passes downfield.
Yep.
There's another. Oh, it's going to be close.
Wolfong hands it off to. It's got to be close.
That's got to be real close. Where's the spot? They're going to measure. Yep, they're going to measure that one. Yep. I mean, we're looking right at it. I mean, there is a little bit of a crown on this field, so
not much. Because we were standing down in the end zone looking at it during that soccer match.
Yeah. It's going to be if it's by a football one way or another.
Yeah, it's not much.
It's not much.
They're going to stretch them out, moving everybody away. I think it's short, Christopher.
I think it is. Yeah,
not by much.
Not
a pack
by
of gum.
much. Yeah. And you got to think the Gators are going to go up here, quick snap, go.
I would bet my paycheck on it. Only because I'm a gambler.
You're a gambling man.
So they're going to bring a new ball in here, get the chains off, and I got to bet they're just going to get under center.
Well, they're moving it there to the hash.
Yep.
So move it over to the hash and say, here you go.
Get it all squared up.
And we'll see probably a run right up the middle or the side by the Gators from what they've done so far.
Yep.
Or quarterback.
Wolfong is going to get up under center this time, and his partner, Bliss, is right behind him, so he's going to do some pushing there.
Yeah.
And that's what we got is quarterback sneak up the middle. He's got it by a far cry. Nothing fancy there. That's
power football.
Front.
Yep. Power football down the middle. So just right down there.
Did I hear the announcer mention a Penn State touchdown?
I don't know.
I thought that's what he said.
You'd think down at back at the studio they'd be letting us know these things, but
right. Probably eating lunch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so Port Allegany at the Kane 45 now. He's going to come throw for the first time. Gets it out here on the wing, and that is definitely going for a touchdown. That is Aiden Bliss, who Kane was just not ready for that. That's the first pass that Port Allegany's thrown all game, Chris. And they just set up in that power set and they led you on to believe that
they're going to run like they've done every play this game.
Chew up clock. We're down to 46 seconds to go in the opening quarter. And that was a 55-yard touchdown reception. And Port Allegany hitting on all cylinders here on homecoming afternoon on the far end of McKean County. Wow. Funk is going to kick the extra point here. Snaps down. Up. It's good.
Good
for the Gators. So they're ahead 21-0 here.
46 seconds left in the first quarter.
We'll be sending it back here to the studio shortly. We're going to get a kickoff for the Wolves and probably a play-in. And then we'll be sending it back for the first quarter.
Yep.
But, just
early on, they're just firing.
The perfect opportunity to run, and then, hey, look, we're going to throw a pass in here, and boom, for a touchdown down the left side.
And it's easy to do. When you are being able to run the football the way they have early on, boy, you just get in this mindset, we have to stop this. And
you have to stop something.
Right.
And
they step on the far end of the teeter-totter, and you're just not ready.
Not ready for it and not ready to go. But
to their, in their favor, they've got a pretty good offense here that they run and pretty fine-tuned. So Funk is going to put it on the tee and get it ready to kick off. Again, Anderson back deep for the Wolves.
It'd be nice to see him break one.
He's due.
He's due for a nice run
a couple
back.
weeks ago when he made that amazing catch for a touchdown. That's
nice.
His first high school touchdown. Anderson does have the ball now, and he's got it out to the 25.
Not going to be this run back,
Stopped
sadly.
right at the 26. Tackle made. Wolfong, I think, on the stop. And Kaiser. So we're down to 39 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Dane Anderson's going to stay at QB here. Looks like he's going to get up under center for this play. Pachakis in the backfield. Looks downfield. Anderson's
was that
knocked away at the last minute by Bliss. He was looking for number 3, Talon Schaefer.
Yep. And I thought that was a tip drill there, but it did hit the grass first.
Yeah, it was a pretty low throw. He tried to squeak it in between two guys down low.
Yeah.
So Chamberlain is looking to see what.
Where am I supposed to go? Okay, this is where we're at.
Yep, what are we doing here? And those plays come from the guys down in the booth.
Yep. Come down below us.
All right, Anderson in the backfield. He's going to get the snap. Looks like, who was that? Was that Pachakis? Yes,
it is
Pachakis ahead for a gain of around 2.
Going to pick up a couple. Bring up 3rd and 8. Aiden Bliss and a few of his friends in on the tackle.
Bliss on the tackle.
And Bruce, I'm not sure why the clock didn't stay running there. That was a running play, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Other than them calling. Oh, he's winding.
Oh, he's winding. So there was
something.
There was
somebody's mouth guard was. I don't know. Something. But they're going
to talk about it. They want to know
why it didn't run.
Yeah,
off.
Why the clock hasn't been running. Yeah.
And they're on the same page as you, Chris.
I was looking at it. It was a running play. Not that I don't want us to have time on the clock, but
right. It is what it is. If it's a running play and nothing happened,
the clock should have stayed running. Yeah.
Keep running.
Yeah, now they put it down to 23 and maybe start on the clock. I don't know.
Yep,
that's what we're going to do.
Yep, down to 21. Yep. We're rolling now in the right direction. Anderson looks down at his wrist.
And it matters if we're going to run a play or not, too.
It does.
You know, are we going to run a play? I'm guessing we're probably not going to run a play before halftime,
Yeah,
or not the first quarter.
Well, we don't have play clocks on the field here, so you're at the. They'll let you know when to start.
Yeah, there we are. That is the end of the quarter.
All right, let's send it back to the thing. Kane down 21-0.
To the first quarter.
1017XCY thanks the following sponsors for their support of our broadcast. Texas Hot Lunch and Four Sons Family Restaurant. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Zook Motors, Route 6 west of Kane. New and pre-owned cars and trucks. W.E. Swanson Agency, providing insurance for Kane and all of Pennsylvania. Kane Elks Club, with league and open bowling and dinners for members and their guests starting at $4 daily. D'Angelo Custom Built Manufacturing, maker of heavy-duty wreckers. Field Street Boots, offering Kane sports apparel, gear, and accessories. Haberberger Disposal, waste collection services for residential or commercial. Pepe's Bistro, 127 Fraley Street, open daily for lunch and dinner. Drift Flotation Center, with float pods, ice baths, and sauna sessions, located in Lance Corners. The Spoonwood Inn, lodging and accommodations available on Route 6 at the edge of Kane. Flickerwood Wine Cellars, offering a variety of house-made wines and a cocktail lounge serving food whenever the winery is open. Kane Lumber and Fuel True Value Hardware, with lumber, tools, paints, and more at 250 Hemlock Avenue. And Howard Hanna Professionals at 30 Fraley Street. Listings can be found at howardhannaprofessionals.com.
WXCYLP, Kane.
Here we are. We're back.
Back at Port Allegany's football field here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Came down early. Low snap to Dane Anderson. Hands off to Bajakis. Bajakis is met right at the handoff. I mean, the kid got through there. I think it was Ethan Tarbox, the sophomore.
Yeah, they just have us dialed up right now of everything we're doing so far.
Yeah.
Fourth down for the Wolves. Deep in our own territory.
And Vajakis is going to have to get behind this one and punt it out of there. Been doing a pretty good job all year. Waits for the snap, gets a nice snap from center, gets a kickoff. He's kicking right into the wind though. Gets a nice cane bounce.
But nice bounce. Oh.
Yep, very nice cane bounce. Yep. Brought down by Connor Brown is going to down it there.
About 12 yards on that bounce, but yeah, as soon as he started to kick that, as you were saying, nice job. It got up there in the wind and just died.
Big gust of wind kicked up, just
Sure
like
did.
it was dialed in from a Port Allegany fan.
That's called home field advantage right there, isn't it? Yeah.
And you know, we talked about the grass here when we came over today. It's nice and thick and lush. They don't cut it down low because I don't think throwing the thing is their big thing.
No.
I mean, running the football is their thing, and they want to slow you down. And they're used to that nice thick.
And they had a game right on this right before.
Right.
You know,
it's in nice shape, isn't it?
It's in nice shape, unlike the last time we were here where it was like a mud bowl. But that's what happens on natural grass fields.
Yep. And that pass is intended for Vayu again, Kellen Vayu. It's way overthrown. And do I see a flag over there, Chris? On the right around the midfield there?
You do see a flag right in the midfield, so I'm not sure what that's going to be. So we'll zoom into the official here.
I don't
looking
even
for
know
a
if it
call.
fell out of his pocket.
Does he know?
I don't even think
there was
so.
not. So that was a inadvertent flag. Okay.
Okay.
But it was there was definitely one in the field there, right around the 50.
Yeah.
Yep. Got to put that better in your pocket there, guys.
Yep. Okay, so Wolfong is going to go up under center this time. Gets the snap, pitches it back. Pitches to Stiles, and Stiles has the corner. He's going to get ahead. He's going to get it down to inside the Kane 36. And that's what happened. He just got the corner. He's finally run out of bounds by Dane Anderson along with Kyle Zook, but not before a huge chunk of ground is picked up. He's going to move the sticks and say the ball is at, we're going to spot it officially at the 37, I think. And that's where they'll put it in play from. Stiles this time is going to be, Stiles this time is in motion. Wolfong gets it up, throws it back from the shotgun.
He's going to reverse.
Yeah, comes back across the field and is met by a host of Wolves led by Isaiah Smith.
Wolf on pass to Peyton Styles. He's going to pick up about 4 yards.
Gonna pick up, I'm gonna
Back by number 54, Isaiah Smith.
say 3 yards.
3 yards, yeah. 3 yards on the play.
Is officially what they have. It is.
That's what they do on the board too.
Jacob Langell is going to get his shoe tied, and we're going to get back. Wolf Fong again in the shotgun. Hands off this time. Oh, a little hesitation step, and he gets ahead for another 5. Peyton Styles on the run. He's going to pick up, I'm going to say about 5. Going to bring up third and around 3.
Yeah, I think that's a good call.
Yeah.
3rd and 3, and they've just been chugging away a few yards every play.
Yep, Preston Dar finally brings them down. I got some guys up front who haven't played a lot this season. Jacob Langell is in there filling in for Cameron Severance, who's got the knee thing going on this week. He must not have been cleared to play. And Langell, just a youngster. He's a junior.
But as everything, next man up, you got to get out there and play.
It is, and Styles gets the handoff directly from the Kane 22, we'll say. Brought down by Bill Costanzo. And now Langell is going to come out, and Langell will move over, or John Lorenzo will come in and take Langell's spot. Wolfong out of the shotgun. Styles is in motion. Throws it down the middle of the field to the tight end, and he's wide open, Chris.
Touchdown.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm having a hard time reading that wide. That's Bliss. I'm sorry. That's Bliss, the fullback. And he was just wide open on that screen pass right down the middle.
Yeah, just wide open there. And again, you're trying to defend for the run and just came out and around. And you could, right after the snap there, it's like, that's going to be a pass. And boom, touchdown.
And it was just set up so well because you seen things going to the side and everybody's looking on the wing. And there he is in the middle as he hesitated. Snap is back for the extra point. Funk's kick is up. It's good. Going to make it 28-0 here with 8:47 to go in the first half. So it's been a machine here for Port Allegany early on here in this game, who've methodically, I don't think they punted yet, Chris.
They have not punted. I believe they've scored on
every possession?
Every possession, yes, because they have not fumbled or, and even their turn. First one was their turnover from the Wolves at the 34. Next was a pick 6. And then I don't remember
the pass down the sideline for like 65.
That's right. Yep.
To Vayu.
Yep. So quite methodical here for the Gators so far today.
That must be something on the field out there because the kid is standing where I thought the flag was laying on the field there.
Oh, it sure does look like it right there.
Yeah, but it must be something else. I mean, it must be a marker.
There's something that we can do here. We got the TV side where at least I can zoom in on it and maybe somebody can tell us what that is. I'm zoomed in about as far as I can go.
Nobody could miss a flag that long.
No, I'm not sure what that is. Maybe somebody can call in and let us know. We don't know what it is, but there's something there in the field.
Port Allegany is set on go here early on in the first half.
Yeah, they're just being so methodical, nothing fancy. They know when to throw a pass to just get us on our heels, and just doing a great job of football.
Yep, Jared Funk to kick off here for the Gators. Nice kick end over end down the middle, taken by Zook, I think. Nope, that's number 9. That's Luke Johnson. Luke Johnson, the sophomore.
For the Wolves.
Yep.
There we go, another new athlete in the game.
Yep, another next guy up. You're right,
next guy up. You got to do that. I mean, you got to come up and
you have to
get in the game and take care, and he did. He had a nice little, probably about 7 yards on the return.
Yep, and he did what you're supposed to do. Went north and south, not east and west.
Yep, went straight upfield.
So we got Dane Johnson back out of the shotgun, but Jack is at his wing. He's trying to call him offside. It's not working by the Wolves. I keep looking for the play clock. No play clock.
No play clock here. I think we're safe.
Yeah. Anderson finally gets the snap. He's looking downfield. Little screen pass by the Gators. Led all the way by Mishka Young.
as a screen pass for about 6 inches.
Yep. Yeah.
Nope, they're not even giving him that. They're saying no gain.
So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Wolves. Once again, we're down almost to 8 minutes to go in this first half. Came down 28-0. Anderson back in the shotgun, gets the snap, handles it well, looking down. He got some grief coming on. Oh, and
did he fumble the ball? I think he did.
That's a fumble, man. They can't call that a forward pass, can they?
I don't know. They're talking.
He had it like he was going to bring it up to throw it, and he went to bring it down as when it was
incomplete.
Well, see, that's a tough one to call because it's in the palm of your hand.
Yep.
We're right back to that Brady rule thing, you know, where it's in the palm of your hand. I think he was getting ready to throw it, and as he right at that moment.
Yeah, so 3rd and 10 for the Wolves. And so you got to look at, too, maybe it was, but then you look at the scoreboard and say, all right,
Yeah, and the clock is stopped.
Yeah, the clock is stopped, so we definitely had a pass.
Yep.
Incomplete pass.
Anderson gets the snap from the shotgun, looks deep downfield for Talon. Schaefer, incomplete, good coverage there on the play by Kellen Vayu. That'll bring up 3rd down and long, and that is a flag, isn't it? Holding.
Yeah, holding.
Against Port Allegany.
Roughing the passer.
So that's going to be 15 on a 1st down, Chris.
I think so.
Yeah.
I was
don't know
downfield.
Who that is down over there. Is that Anderson's down on one knee? I think it is.
Yep.
I think he's having an issue with his ankle.
Yeah. So we'll take the camera away from that while they're attending to him. But yeah, I was way downfield there looking at that, but
right. Well, it's tough to get everything.
Yeah, it's tough to get it all.
We usually have 4 or 5 cameras. We're down to 1
We're
today.
down to, we got 2 sort of, but one's kind of stationary sitting there in the scoreboard. We do have, again and again, and the official call is roughing the passer. 1st down for the Wolves at the Gators' 45-yard line.
Yep, and that'll spot it out there. Did we get an update from anyone on the score?
No,
on
none of the scores are. No, I think we're up 17-10. I think on the Penn State game. I think that's what I have.
That was the last one we heard.
LR for a 1-yard run. So yeah, 17-10 is the last I have. But
just at the
let's go State. Come on, let's get some action going here.
Well, this was a game you had to watch out for because every time we go out there to Northwestern, they're not a lay down type team.
No, not at all.
That Coach Fitzgerald, man, he really gets them wound up into a frenzy.
Yeah, and we're getting from the studio, back like they send it on big TV back to New York. We're sending it back to Kane. Back in Kane, we're getting the score update 17-10.
And you should see our media trailer.
See our media trailer out back. Yeah.
Okay, Anderson's up and he's limping off. And that kid, I'll tell you what, that kid is a tough one, man.
Yeah.
That
He's got lots of heart, lots of drive, lots of athletic. He's so athletic.
He's a football player.
He's a baller. He plays.
In the dictionary where it has his picture is underneath football player.
Yeah. Yeah, just has all heart out there, and I would not be surprised if he comes back in the game after he gets whatever needs mended. He'll be back in the game.
Yep, Kyle Zook will come in at quarterback. And Bajakis will be off to his left, waiting for the shotgun snap. Hands it off to Bajakis, and he's going to be met right at or behind the line of scrimmage.
By about 4 Gators there.
I mean, on the money, right on top of them. And then leading the way for those Gators, I think, was Braylon Button.
Number 76, Braylon Button.
Yeah, and that's going to make it 2nd and 11 for the Wolves.
So Kyle Zook is going to go back in the shotgun again with his sidecar. Bajakis fakes the handoff to him, gets it out here to Novosel. He's going to pick up a gain of 1, maybe 2, but it's going to be a short pickup. It's brought down by Peyton Stiles. It's going to bring up 3rd and long, Chris.
Yeah.
In a situation where we're down to 6:50. In the first half, Kane down 28-0. So Kane's they're looking to do something, they're trying to get it downfield.
Yeah. If you pick this up close to a 1st down, you might be thinking about going for it.
Right. And you don't have to get it all right now. You can get half of it, but you got to get some. Zook rolls out to his right, gets it out there to
wow.
Schaefer. Schaefer brought down after a 1-yard gain. Nice open field tackle over there, and I believe that was Bliss.
And he had a lot of grass, a lot of open field when that pass came to him. Just the defense of the Gators just is closing down
Converged
fast
on
and right on him right away.
Just like an earthquake falling down around him. So this brings up 4th, and Pachacas is going to kick this one away.
Yeah, I think your thought right now is bury him deep.
Yep, and you have to try what you have to here with just under 6 to go in the first half. Pachacas, nice kick into the wind, calls for a fair catch.
Yeah.
And that is, that's Kaiser again, called for the fair catch. And they'll take over at their own, I want to say 24, 23.
Somewhere in there. It looks like they're going to mark it about 23. Yep.
Don't want to try to get too precise here, I guess. 5:43 to go. And this is a tough one for the Wolves, you know. You'd like to stop them just before the half, being down by 4 scores. But you got to do something here, Chris. You know,
yeah, I think
you just got a whole half to go.
So a nice momentum changer for the Wolves would be a turnover, a stop.
Yep.
You know, a stop right here would be great. Get him out, get him punting.
They handed
a little
off.
Trickery.
Yep, Kaiser on a reverse play. Kaiser's down the sideline.
He's going to be gone.
He is.
Nope, they're calling him out of bounds.
Stepped out right here at the 41.
Oh boy.
The only thing that saved us on that, Chris,
was the sideline.
Wow.
The referee says he stepped out of bounds.
And he was hightailing it
gone.
too, boy. His heels were. That Kaiser kid is quick.
He came out there and put the afterburners on, and
how about it? So they're going to spot it here officially at the 42 on the clock. And it's going to be 1st and 10 from there.
And they're coming to the short side of the field on those runs, too.
Yeah, over towards their team on the sideline. Gets the ball out of the shotgun. Bliss just powers ahead for maybe 2, maybe 3. Finally brought down on the play. I think that's Sharba.
And we do have a Wolf down on the field.
So that'll be another official timeout as the trainer comes out and take a look. This Port Allegany team is a physical team.
They're very physical, just out there.
I hate to keep going on about it, but man, they're always playing full bore with their head down, coming at you.
They're playing football. They're playing their game and not deviating away from it.
On homecoming in Port Allegany.
Homecoming day.
Defending your turf.
You know, you got your homecoming festivities. I'm sure they have a dance going on tonight as well. You know, lots of things to look forward. It's a big important part of high school life.
Just wonder if that guy down there getting in the gate is the king with that crown on.
Oh, maybe.
Don't you? You must have had one like that, didn't you?
No crown here. No.
It looks like Biankowski is going to go out and check on the Kane guy.
Yeah.
Like I said, Biankowski is a kid who graduated. I think he graduated back in '97, way back then. The same year my son graduated, and he was a ball player from down in Johnsonburg. Pretty good ball player too.
Yeah.
And he came here after college and started out as an assistant coach, and he's really helped with this team. You know, who was the guy that coached here forever? Bodemer.
There you go.
Remember his son was quarterback there? Coach Bodemer was over here forever. And
we now have his son is a Kane teacher.
Is he really?
Yeah, Mike Bodemer is now a Kane teacher. He teaches. He was coaching here till this last year, I believe, helping out. And he is now a teacher. He's our STEM teacher at the Kane Area High School.
Oh, good for him. See, I always wondered about him. I know he went off to school, and then he left wherever he was at, and he tried to play up at Edinburgh.
Yep.
And I know he was a little 3 or 4 down on the depth chart. He was kind of an undersized college quarterback kid. He was very good, very, very good at throwing the ball. But then I just lost track of him, and it's nice to hear we got a kid like that.
So we got a nice kid. He's doing a STEM program at our high school, first STEM program ever up there.
Wow.
Starting it off. Good to see him there doing those things. And
by STEM you mean
science, technology, engineering, and math.
Okay.
It's a program to get more people involved. It's to do a cross-curriculum stuff. With all those types of things in that classroom. You're doing things from 3D printers, you're doing drones, you're doing cyber type things with learning about the technology, learning about all this stuff. But then you're taking it and applying those things maybe in regular classroom lessons as well. All those types of things. So we good to see.
Is that Lorenzo got up, walking off the field? Number 70?
70, it looks like.
That is, yep, Costanzo
coming off the field. Coming up, walking kind of gingerly, going over there. It looks like he's walking actually normal. So this might have been
I think he just got wailed on.
Just a tough hit. Yeah. So, again, being attentive to him. Going to go over there on the bench and check him out. Athletic trainer Samantha Delkamp, she's got her workout. She was already attending to somebody else, and they were like, hey, we need you back out in the field again.
We have a lot of dedicated people involved with everything in Kane.
And this is something that you like to see, too, is the Port Allegany training staff, and I mentioned this earlier. And we do it, it's all those training staffs. They're going out there taking care of kids, and that's what it's about.
Right.
Getting out there, making sure everybody's okay, the vitals are okay, and then doing what they can to get the athlete back up and going.
Yep. Safely.
Yeah, safely. There's the big part right there.
Okay, so now Port Allegany's taking over. 2nd down and 8. Snap from the shotgun. It's handed off to Stiles. Stiles down the sideline. Finally run out of bounds by Bajakis, but not before he picked up 10. Almost 20 yards on the play.
Yeah, quite a nice pickup.
I'll tell you what, the Bajakis kid is quicker than I realized this year when I finally watched him. He's pretty quick from sideline to sideline. He's a wrestler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good wrestler at that. So, Port Allegany 1st down at the Kane 38.
5:14 to go here in the second quarter.
Yep, Wolfong going to be back in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands this one off to Bliss. Bliss is ahead. He's got 10, 15, 20. 25, 30. He's going to go in for a touchdown, but there's a flag on the play. I don't know what that is. That's farther downfield. I don't know if that was somebody blocking out front.
Yeah.
Was holding on that play out front?
Don't know. It's really far downfield.
I mean, it was way downfield.
Yeah.
So we're going to find out here, but I'll tell you what, that
holding there. That's why he busted it open so far.
Yeah.
Holding on the Gators.
And Aiden Bliss, and I think that's from where it happened.
Yeah. So it might be a first down or.
It looks like around the 20. Maybe it'll go back to the 30.
So
no,
it might be.
I'm sorry. 25 in that area.
So we're going to see. They're marking it off from.
On the Gators, it's a spot foul. They'll throw the 1st down.
Yep.
There we are.
At about the 24-yard line.
There we go. We're hearing in our ears back in Kane, back at the studios. Penn State 20-10.
Just to go up by 10.
Yeah.
I bet you they got a lashing at halftime.
Is it end of halftime there?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Maybe they'll let us know that.
So Wolfong back in the shotgun gets the snap.
And we got motion.
I think maybe that was the Kaiser kid.
Offsides on Kane.
Oh, trying to get a head start.
Yep. So that's going to be a 1st and 5 for the Gators.
Yeah, boy, that makes life a whole lot easier, I'll tell you. 1st and 5.
It also opens up your playbook quite a bit, too.
Sure does, because you got a whole extra play to fool around with.
Yep.
So Wolfong back in the shotgun again. He's going to roll out to his right and throw it to the big guy out there. That's Stiles. He's just going to waltz in the. That's going to be a 15-yard touchdown pass to Stiles.
19 yards.
It's going to be 34-0 here with 4:54 to go in the half. And if this extra point is successful, Chris,
second half
will be a running
clock coming out.
Start out, right off the get-go. So Funk is back to attempt the extra point. Wolfong's the holder. Snap is back good.
And it's
Kick
good.
is up and good. So with that, the Gators are up 35-0 here on the Wolves. Just under 5 minutes to go in the half. Whew. On the far ends of McKean County, things are good if you're a Gator fan.
If you're a Gator fan wearing orange and black today, you're feeling good about your football program. Your soccer program also got a win, boys soccer on homecoming day.
That was kind of iffy at the end.
Yeah, they had their work cut out for them. You know, they were coming down right to the last few seconds there in that game. And as Bruce and I said, you know, we don't watch much soccer, but you know, we had 37 minutes, I think, by the time we got here.
Right.
We might have left a little early. Just not sure what you get at some of these games you don't go to too often.
Right.
You know, so.
And it's one of those things I loved watching stuff like that. I just don't get the time to get, you know, when you work out of town, you lose a lot of.
You do. Yep.
A lot of time.
Yep.
So anyways, Funk is going to put this one down on the 40 and kick off to Kane. Yes, it is. That's
It's Dane Anderson is back out again. I mean, we didn't even that was one series, not even a series, on the sideline and back in the game.
I tell you what, I admire that kid.
Yeah.
He gives it everything. Everything and a little more.
Heart, talent,
everything and
pure,
a lot more.
Pure strength, just going out there doing what you have to do.
Yep. And the kick is up, and it's going to go deep. He's going to have to pick this one up because it's not going to go out of bounds, is it? I said he did.
They're going to call it.
They're going to say he was standing out of bounds when he grabbed it, and it's going to be Kane's ball at the 1 yard line.
They're going to have to talk about that one. I'm not sure what the rule is on that.
Well, you can't.
I don't think you can be out of bounds and touch it.
No.
That's an illegal touch then. Half the distance to the goal.
There you go. So it's at the 1/2 yard line.
Yep. It's going to be, I think that's what it's going to be called. I'm not positive on that.
I think you're correct.
But I thought I saw that.
No, they're moving back. They're saying it was out.
Are they saying it's out? I guess I don't know the rule here. Here we go.
I'm terrible about this. I shouldn't say anything till things are rectified.
I honestly thought that I saw that in a college game.
I think it's going to go to the 35.
Yeah.
That's where they're going to spot it on the 35. I'm bad. I shouldn't.
Yeah, I don't know there, Bruce. I'm going to have to look that up.
What did you see in the college game?
I thought it. You know, sorry, folks at home watching that. I had the score on the screen, so you didn't even get to see what happened. So Dane Anderson was standing on the 1 yard line out of bounds and got the ball. So it is Wolves' ball at the 35 because the ball went out of bounds.
Right.
There we go.
Anderson back in the shotgun. Runs a little trap play to Connor Brown here. Connor Brown is going to be met in the backfield. 1 yard deep, and he is brought down by Bliss, number 22.
I'm going to blame that video mess up there on Bees for not having another guy here to talk about that play. Instead, I got excited about talking about the play.
And there is a difference. Yeah. I am used to not, and I apologize to everybody out there. I'm not used to doing the play-by-play. It's been a while since I've done it.
It's been a minute.
Yep. So he's trying to draw him off sides here with 4.5 to go in the first half. Down huge, 35-0. Dane Anderson is going to get the snap in his shotgun. Going to hand this one off to Bajakis. Bajakis is going to motor ahead to the line of scrimmage and get 2 more. It's going to bring up 3rd and around. I'm going to be generous and say 8.
Let's go with 3rd and 8.
Yeah. But getting back to that, it's a little different between doing what I normally do and doing play-by-play. So it takes a while to get into that mode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I enjoy doing it, but. And Dane Anderson kind of crossed between a pistol and a shotgun here. He's got Bajakis deep, and he's going to hand it off to him again. 2 full yards out to the 40, but it's going to bring up 4th and 5 with 3:28 to go here in the first half. Nice gutsy run by Bajakis.
It's going to be 4th and 5, we'll call it.
Yeah, they're going to have to.
They're going to go for it.
They are. I mean, I give them credit. I don't know if they're trying to draw them off or.
No, they're going to not go for it.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to draw them off.
And then, we do have a play clock, Bruce. Underneath the scoreboard, we actually do have a play clock.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, this isn't going to work. They told them to stay on their ground, and they're going to run it down to.
Coach Roundsville was over there right by the yard marker with the official saying, no, we're going to do a timeout.
Yeah, pretty disciplined play by the up front of Port Allegany. And how stout are these kids? For the last few years, they've had quite the up front line.
Good line, yeah.
And last year, in the last few years, they've had those big kids at running back that just.
A non-traditional running back, size.
Right.
Bigger running backs, bigger fullbacks.
Big bruising guys. Whereas this year they've got some. Well, I shouldn't say because that Bliss kid has got some size to him in the backfield. But that Styles kid, he's just a motor.
He's got some wheels.
Yeah, and the other kid, that wheels. Kaiser kid, number 15.
Oh, boy, both of them.
He can burn. So Port Allegany has got a well-stocked ammo on their team. 2:52 to go here in the first half. Port Allegany is up big, 35-0. As we're running to halftime here. And they're going to have some halftime festivities, so we're probably going to have the extended
halftime here where we'll get everything we can.
Sit down and spray some Yellow Jacket spray.
Yeah, I think so.
You brought some, right?
Yeah, I have it in my other.
Left him by my my other stuff. So he's back to kick it off, but Jack is here. It's a fake. Dane Anderson looking downfield for a screen pitch. He overthrows it. Oh, it was intended for Finn Chamberlain, and it got picked off. I cannot see the kid who's surrounded by everyone. Funk is the one, the kid who does the kicking normally, intercepts it, and it's going to be right up spotted about
the 50 or the
48 maybe.
Oh, they are going to move it forward a little bit.
Just a little, yeah. So we got somebody
injury
down
on the field,
and that was the kid who does the kick in Funk, but I think he just rolled his ankle kind of a little bit. It's easy for me to say who needed 4 people to help him up top there.
But I like that call. I mean,
yep.
I mean, you got 2:45 to go. You're down 35-0. Try something.
If you're not trying, you're not
try
giving
something.
it everything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if you keep doing what you're doing, it's 35-0.
It is.
Let's give it a whirl.
Give it a whirl, and it was a good call, good play, good attempt. Just didn't work out for the Wolves.
Yeah, I mean, he was there.
Yeah.
He just got a little too much pressure coming at him. He had to float it up a little higher than he wanted to. And Funk is going to be up and walk this one off. He came down funny when he intercepted that pass. I think he came down on top of Chamberlain, who the pass was intended for.
And he's even jogging off the field. There we go.
He's fine. So Port Allegany is going to take over on the interception. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the Cane 48.
So I guess it's almost better he did intercept it than not intercept the pass and no completion. You get about 8 more yards, 6 more yards.
Right. We'll see what goes on here. They're going to send out 2 split here to the right, 1 far to the left. Wolflong is going to be in the shotgun. Gets the snap. He's looking downfield. Coming across the middle is Kaiser. Oh, it right through his hands. He had a world of field going that way.
Lots of green.
Yeah, and with his wheels, I mean, he was going to be covered out there probably by a linebacker who was Kane Sharba. And I love the kid, but I don't know if he's catching him.
Yeah, he would have split right down through both of them and all end zone.
Although maybe Sharber's faster than I thought.
He might be.
I know his name has been a problem for a few years.
His name's been a problem for a few people.
Yeah. So here we go. We got Wolfong back in the shotgun position. He's looking downfield. He's going to look out in the wing. Now he's going to take off, and he's going to be shaken but not taken down. And he's going. He's gone, buddy.
They're going to call out of bounds there, too. Yep.
Back at the 15.
Yep. Got enough on it to get him out of bounds.
Yep. They're going to set the sticks up there. It looks about he's right on the 15-yard line.
About a 24-yard run before he steps out of bounds.
And that's the problem with a kid like that. He is just athletic enough and fast enough where if he breaks containment, you're in trouble.
And we had enough pressure there. We got in
the middle,
and he just went up, stepped up in the pocket, and said, "All right, I'm gonna run."
Yep, and that's where he broke containment was in the middle. So he's gonna get the snap out of the shotgun. He's looking downfield again, and he's Connor Brown had a whole touchdown.
Oh boy.
From the 15, that's a 25-yard touchdown pass. From Wolfong to Kaiser. Wow, he found him coming across from midfield towards the corner, going towards the school, and he found him dead. 41-0. Gators up. 2:15 to go in the half. That's tough when you're trying to look at that screen, Chris.
It's very tough.
I understand.
And we're now right in the sun, and we've got some.
It's right down looking down on you. I think it's staying there on purpose.
It's
too.
there on purpose. I was happy with the clouds earlier. So sorry, folks, we're not getting the video, but you got our voices here getting you all through the game.
I think Funk hit the upright.
No good.
Yep. Something happened against the Gators. Kick no good. 41-0 here in Gatorland. 2:15 to go in the first half. It's the only thing that's gone wrong against the Gators this afternoon.
An extra point missed.
So maybe his foot was bothering him more than.
And he hasn't. They still haven't punted.
No.
I don't believe.
No.
Every possession a score.
Yep.
So no turnovers. They're +2 on turnovers.
And that's a huge position. A lot of people tend to not talk about.
Yeah.
That usually comes in big games too.
Yep.
In big games, it's even closer. So Funk is going to line this one up. Get ready. Kane is over there hydrating. Yeah.
Getting ready to go.
Coach is talking about it.
Let's get out there. Let's go.
Yep. Anderson back deep, along with Bajakis and number 9, Luke Johnson. And they're going to be kicking with the breeze. Now in the second half, Kane will be going.
Other way, the Gators get the ball too, I believe. 'Cause I think we did get the ball in the first half.
Yes.
So they're up.
They deferred to kick off to us, so they're going to receive in the second half. So Funk is going to let this one go, and he kind of squibs it up closer, and he's picked up by.
Did he have his knee on the ground?
If he did, I missed it.
Boy, I didn't see that. I guess he did.
That was Luke Johnson. I thought he took it standing up.
Yeah, I did too, but.
I believe there was a fair catch signal on the field.
Fair catch.
Oh, they're saying he waved his hand.
Oh.
I think he put his hand up just to guide the ball in, and they called it as a fair catch signal. Either way, he's going to take it on the 30-yard line. Kane is going to have the ball with 2:14 to go in the first half, down 41-0. It's going to be Dane Anderson back in the quarterback slot. He's in the shotgun. Bajakis will follow him up from behind. Calls out the cadence, gets the snap. He hands this one off to Bajakis. It's off the right-hand side, ahead 4. I'm going to give him 2. Going to bring up 2nd and 8. Actually, we're going to give him.
We're going to give him 3, maybe.
We're going to give him 4 now.
Let's go 4.
Lunged ahead. That's a terrible spot by me.
About 4.
Going to bring up 2nd and 6.
We'll give you the sun in the eyes. It is kind of bright up here.
Wow. How about it? My wife told me, don't have heat stroke up there. I'm going, the sun don't bother me. She's going,
There's a story I've heard about that before the game. We'll leave that for a story.
Not one of my better stories. So Anderson looks down at his wrist. Man's got the play. Gets the snap from the shot. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Nice being able to pick it up without, geez. He got a lucky bounce.
Yeah.
Ball went down and landed flat on its side, came right back up to him. He's brought down there by big number 82.
Fortunately, it's a loss of about 7.
Henry Troop, It's going to bring up 3rd and long with 1:10 to go here in the first half. And I'll tell you, Kane would just be happy to get out of here at this position now in the first, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Without having to.
Having another score tacked on.
Well, just not have something bad happen this far down on the field.
Yep.
I don't mean to sound
defeated, you got 50 seconds. You want to come in. Another bad snap.
And that's what I'm talking about right there. You don't want to have something bad happen in this part. So it's going to bring up 4th and long, and the Wolves are going to punt this one away with 39 down. It'll be under 20.
Boy, there's 1 second difference between the play clock and the game clock. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
They were real close.
So you know what you could do? You could run it down, take the penalty, and then take a snap and just kind of run around for a second and
down it,
run it out.
Yep.
But they're going to try to kick it. 29-18. You're right, Chris.
It's like a second difference. Maybe they'll let it fly.
I think that's what he's saying. Actually, he can wait till it gets down there, snap it, and run the ball, and it's not going to make a difference because it'll run out.
Yep. We'll see what happens.
There you go, and that's what he's going to do.
Coach took a timeout with 1 second.
Okay. You know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
Just if he'd had that snap and just knee, it would be over.
Yeah. So we're getting ready to send it back to the studio here where your Wolves are down 41-0 with 1 second to go before halftime.
In a precarious position, down 41-0.
41-0, yeah, that's... You know, the Gators haven't done anything wrong today. The only thing they had going bad for them was they missed an extra point.
Wow.
And the Wolves just haven't found that play, that one play to get downfield, that one play to get a drive together.
Yeah.
The Wolves just haven't been able to put something together today.
It's been a grind for the Wolves, man. Everything that they've done pretty much it turned sour for them.
Yeah.
And on the other side of the ball, you're home on homecoming. Everything's going in your favor. So. Yeah, that's the way life goes sometimes.
Yep.
Everything's coming up roses for you. So with 1 second left, Bajakis is going to be back to receive the snap for the punt. And I'm sure he's just going to run around and take a knee. You're not even going to kick it. Why would you, right?
Yep, I wouldn't think so, but we'll see.
Because as soon as he touches it, the clock comes on. There you go.
Yep.
And that's it. First half is over here in Port Allegany. Wolves down 41-0. Let's send it back to Joe at the studio and see what they got going on back there.
WXCY's halftime show is brought to you through the support of Kinzu Beverage, sourcing craft beer, seltzers, and flavored beverages from their newly expanded location on Biddle Street in Kane. Kinzu Beverage can be reached at 814-837-1000. Also supported by Kane Liquid Fuels and the Sparkle Car Wash.
Good.
Kane Liquid Fuels can deliver on and off-road fuels at their location on Oak Street. Sparkle Car Wash over on North Fraley Street offers fuel and hoagies in their convenience store. We thank them for supporting WXCY.
This is Peter Ramuso, Kane High Class of 1990, encouraging you to join me in the Friends of the Wolf Pack. Remember, WXCY is funded solely by listeners and business donations. Join me for just $10 in supporting bringing football and all Kane High sports to Wolves Nation across the state and around the world.
Join Peter and become a friend of the Wolfpack today. Just $10 will get your name on the list of supporters, or the name of a loved one or a friend, or a memory of a loved one or a friend. Supporters of Friends of the Wolfpack help us to pay for expenses that we incur throughout the year covering Kane Wolves football. Give online securely and easily at WXCYradio.com and click on the PayPal link at the bottom of the site, or send a check to P.O. Box 504, Kane, PA 16735. Thanks for your support and becoming a friend of the Wolfpack today.
Listening to Kane Wolves High School football on 101.7 XCY. Supported by great local businesses like these. Zook Motors, Route 6 just west of Kane, with new and pre-owned cars and trucks and service and parts department. Their inventory listings are online at zookmotors.net. Kane Elks Club, serving dinners on Fridays for members and their guests starting at 4 p.m. daily. Open bowling and league play available throughout the year. For information, call the Elks at 814-837-8812. Howard Hanna Professionals, representing buyers and sellers of homes, commercial properties, and acreage in the Kane area and surrounding region. Online at howardhannaprofessionals.com. Field Street Boots, offering Carhartt and Timberline clothing along with hunting and fishing supplies. You can find them on Facebook or 18 Field Street in Kane. D'Angelo Custom Built Manufacturing, proud to stand behind Kane High Athletics and Academics. On the web at custombuiltmfg.com. Pepe's Bistro, 127 Fraley Street in Kane, with a food and drink menu including salads, subs, and wings, as well as a selection of beer. Their phone number is 814-837-8712. The Spoonwood Inn. They offer lodging and accommodations on Route 6 on the edge of Kane, just across from the Knox and Kane bike and walking trail. They can be reached at 814-561-1365. Flickerwood Wine Cellars, with wines made in-house as well as a gift shop and cocktail lounge offering a menu of entrees. They're on Flickerwood Road in Kane. Haberberger Disposal, providing careful removal of household or business trash for customers around the region. They can be reached at 814-558-4304 or online at haberbergerdisposal.com. W.E. Swanson Agency, offering plans for auto, homeowners, and business and commercial at 23 Fraley Street. On the web at WESwansonAgency.com. Texas Hot Lunch and Four Sons Family Restaurant. Field Street in Kane, home of the Kane Texas Hot, and serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. 814-837-8122. Kane Lumber and Fuel, True Value Hardware. Located at 250 Hemlock Avenue. Serving the Kane area for over 85 years with remodeling and building supplies, tools, and paints. Drift Flotation Center. Flotation therapy is designed to try to reduce health issues and promote relaxation. Drift Flotation Center is located in Lance Corners, and more information is available at driftflotation.weebly.com.
WXCY LP Kane.
A place to feel connected, a part of our local great music. 1017 XZY. Saturday, October 7th, Wildcat Park presents Oktoberfest. Gates open at 11 a.m. with live music, food trucks, a beer tent, kids activities, park cruise-in, Ludlow Fire Department chicken barbecue, and craft vendors. The band Wildfire will take the stage from 11:30 to 2:30, and One Last Breath will play from 3 to 6. Gate fees are $5 a person, and 6 and under are free. Oktoberfest at Wildcat Park, Saturday, October 7th. Presented by Ludlow Community Association. WXCY thanks them for their support.
This is Reverend Rebecca Harris, a volunteer for the Kane Area Food Pantry. Kane Food Pantry serves about 300 people every month. Hungry kids, working people, senior citizens. The cost of food has hit everyone's budget, including the food pantries. Every month, the food pantry spends about $5,000 to feed our neighbors. That's twice as much money as comes in. Can you help? Canned goods or other shelf-stable items are especially needed. Do check expiration dates and then take the food to any Kane church for pickup. If you can donate money, mail your check to P.O. Box 744, Kane, PA 16735. We thank you for your support. Have a blessed day.
Time now for a special halftime edition of Wolfpack Chat, bringing you an inside look at high school sports action in Kane and around the region. Here's your host, WXCY Sports Director, Chris Nicholas.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wolfpack Chat. Wolfpack Chat is your place for news and talk about Kane Area School District sports. We have a lot on the plate for this week, including the upcoming district golf tournament and the winning ways of the high school volleyball team. So tune in, listen, and let's start the show.
Wolfpack Chat. Allegany Eye Care is a provider of optometry services and vision care products. Dr. Blake Hausler is experienced at diagnosing all types of conditions and can offer a corrective plan with the goal of eyesight improvement. They're located at 175 North Raleigh Street and can be reached at 837-7880. We thank Allegany Eye Care of Kane for supporting 1017 XZY.
In the last few years, we've had to readjust to a lot of things. Thankfully, one thing hasn't changed. High school football on 1017 XZY. Your support allows us to continue beaming the action far and wide each week. Join our team of supporters by becoming a friend of the Wolfpack. A $10 or more donation helps us cover the costs of our broadcasts and gets you recognized as one of our VIPs. Just visit WXCYradio.com and click on Friend of the Wolfpack to give quickly and securely online. Or you can send a check to WXCY Radio, P.O. Box 504, Kane, Pennsylvania 16735. Thank you.
1017 XZY's Wolfpack Chat.
All right, it's time for another week of Wolfpack Chat. You got myself, Chris Nicholas. You got Matt Gasberry here. Sports are going mid-season. Where are we going to start this week?
Let's start with volleyball. All
right, volleyball.
They got the W against Brockway earlier this week, 3-1. Mia Anderson had 12 kills and 4 blocks to pace the Lady Wolves. Maya Smith, Elizabeth Yuzurek, Kaylee Hillman, Melina Nicholas each added 5 kills. Yuzurek ran the offense, 23 set assists. Overall, good W for the Lady Wolves. That was a home match. Overall, they are 5-3 this season.
Yeah, and the good thing about the Lady, they lost that first match. 21-25. First set, I mean. They lost the first set 21-25, and then came back 25-23 right in the next match. So, good things with them. That's good. You get that loss, get it out of your system, move on, and they come up with the W for the whole game.
Yeah, we've talked about this earlier, but the Lady Wolves volleyball team battle tested.
Yeah.
They've been in some tight matches.
For sure.
5 setters. So for them to kind of face a little adversity at the start of that match and then just shut the door on the Lady Rovers and win 3-1 is a good sign.
Yeah, that's a good sign for them, especially mid-season, 5-3. That's eight games done, mid-season. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah,
so one more month basically to go.
Yeah, their district's usually the end of October.
Yep.
They start those up. So cross country's next. They had their last home meet.
Senior rec night
Senior
for
rec,
them.
Senior rec. There might be one more. We'll have to check that out.
Yeah, but I think it's a senior night for them.
Senior night for them. Mason Gear paced the way. He's a freshman. Finished 4th overall, 18-28. Nathan Rook, senior.
Yep.
Last race on that course, set a PR of 20:44. So good for him.
So that means he ran his best race of his career.
Correct.
On the home course.
Correct.
His last race on the home course. So that's awesome. That's a great way to end your. There's more races to come. In fact, this weekend they're down in Pittsburgh, I believe, and I think if I read Coach Hunt's article, they're going to be down in Pittsburgh at an invitational, and they're going to a Buccos game afterwards.
How about that?
So go to a Buccos game. I just applaud the coach Laura Hunt and Rich Hunt. They take these kids, they go to meets, they go to invitationals, but they do other stuff with them. It's just awesome to see some opportunities. An amusement park, so it's awesome to see them getting those other opportunities. So when we talk about what's happening with kids in sports, well, yeah, it's the sports side, but there's all the other stuff you do, the rides there, the other things, and stuff like this.
Right, and when you're a cross-country runner, and when they go to Hershey and they go to Chocolate World, you can just eat as much chocolate as you want.
At that time you can.
Because you're going to burn it all off.
Yeah, that's great.
So also out of that boys race, Lane Anderson finished 22:04 for the Lady Wolves cross-country team. Rowan Milliron, her time continues to drop. She was at a 21:18. That's a PR by 31 seconds. She won the race. Lily Weimer, she finished 4th overall in the race, and she also set a PR of 21:09. That's a PR by 11 seconds. So we have 2 girls right now that are, one's running under 21. One is pretty close to running under 21. When you run under that 21 barrier as a woman, it's a big deal. That is a fast time.
It's a fast time, so good things for them. They're both underclassmen. Great to see them improving, and to get a PR of 31 seconds. That's like drop in time like crazy. That also has to look good. They got to be feeling good dropping those times every race.
Right. And it looks like as those times are dropping, as you get closer to the district meet, you can see that Coach Hunt's got a pretty good plan here, that they want to peak at that district meet. And it looks like they're on pace to do that.
They're doing well.
Boys soccer, they suffered a tough setback against St. Mary's, 2-1. They've been battling all season. They've had some close matches. Just couldn't pull it off there against the Dutch.
It's tough. They'll keep going though. That's the thing with all of these teams. You have a loss, you got to come back.
And you just keep battling no matter wins or losses or anything like that. Golf, believe it or not, I'm looking at the calendar here.
How about it?
Golf on Monday, here it says October 2nd, has their district tournament at Brookville. It is
already. Yeah, it's next week.
So you want to make sure you get in those golf tournaments before they aerate the greens, which will
be coming up real soon.
And
before the weather starts going sideways and everything's wetter than wet, you got leaves everywhere, you can't find a ball. And these courses, some of them have lots of trees on them, and you could lose a ball right in a fairway for a kid that wouldn't have even lost that ball. Now you have a lost ball, 2-stroke penalty. You're going on. You don't want that. So that's why they have districts so soon before the weather turns, and then they got to go south to regional states and all that stuff.
And this might be the first time in a while. I was looking at the forecast earlier for Monday, and it's supposed to be like mid-70s and sun. So they might actually, for once, get
a nice district,
a very nice start to the district tournament. Instead of sideways rain and 40 degrees. So
it's going to be great to see. So good luck to them.
Yeah, good. I mean, the golf team, you got Finn Chamberlain, who's been a medalist many times. You got Sam Lundeen has entered the picture. He's looking, good. His score's dropping. So, they got a good shot at, the team aspect and individual aspirations.
They're doing well, and they're improving. Again, they're dropping from scores too, so that's also a good thing.
Yeah, football, they suffer setback. And homecoming, their next game is Saturday, old Saturday noon, Saturday afternoon.
Oh boy,
old school Saturday afternoon football at Port at 1:30. So.
Yep. So, and just if you're listening in, just looking for that football game. Traditionally, we have some problems over there with cell service, with networking service there. So we are going to do our best to bring that game to you, but understand, it may drop. We may have some drops over there, but we're going to do our best to try to make things work over there, being in a place that just cell service isn't good and networking's not just good there. So we'll do our best, but it looks like it's going to be a nice day.
Yeah, life gives you lemon, you make lemonade.
That's right.
That's what we're doing here. So let's talk about schedules coming up next week.
Sure.
Saturday, September 30th. It seems like a pretty busy day. We got varsity volleyball at a tournament in Clarion. Cross country's got an invite in Clinton, PA, and varsity again's at Port Allegany.
Yep.
Monday, we talked about that earlier. Boys varsity golf is at Brookville. Nice course there.
Yeah,
you were golf.
It's a nice course. And we also have, I think there's also some other things going on there that I see highlighted. Something JV football also has a game versus Coudersport. We'll see if that's played or not. We don't know, but it might be there.
And then Tuesday usually a pretty big day. We got cross country heading to St. Mary's. We have soccer. Looks like a triple header again, which seems to be the same thing. We talked about lack of officials. So we have middle school game at 4, followed by a boys varsity game 5:30, senior rec, and then girls varsity have the nightcap at 7:30. All 3 games are against Port Allegany.
At Kane. Definitely stretch it.
So that's senior rec night.
Senior rec night. So come on out and support that.
So that is kind of what's happening next week, next couple days here, Saturday through Tuesday. Wednesday is usually, I would say, like a recovery day.
Recovery/practice day for most everybody.
And then you kind of get back into the swing of things, Thursday and go from there.
So just lots of things going on. We're in mid-season.
Except for golf.
Except for golf there, end of season. And golf even has a weird thing, too, where they can even have some matches after districts. And sometimes in the past they have, sometimes they haven't.
That, I think, might be one of the only sports
one
that does that. It's like when you have the other ones, it's just like playoffs, either you advance or you're done, but golf's a little bit different. They try to get as many matches in as they can.
And I don't know, I haven't looked forward at the calendar yet. It just depends on the season and what's going on, if they will or not. But if they have kids going on, which we hopefully will, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so it's been it's been a pretty good fall. Kids are competing, kids are having fun, kids are involved. And that's what we like to see. We like to see student athletes, student and athletes, and also, just getting involved in various aspects in the fall year.
For sure. So I think that pretty much sums it up this week. Next week we're going to have hopefully some good district news from golf.
Oh yeah, nice.
And see what happens there. But that's it for this week.
Okay.
All right. Anything more?
Nope. Other than that, leaves are turning. Great time of the year. I can't wait to get some apple cider.
So for Matt Gasbury, this is Chris Nicholas. We'll talk to you all next week. And once again, you've been listening to Wolfpack Chat. Wolfpack Chat's sponsor is Allegany Eye Care. We thank Allegany Eye Care for their support. Tune in to Wolfpack Chat next Thursday. We are always looking for guest analysts for all the Cane sports. If you are interested, email sports@wxcyradio.com. For XCY Sports, I'm Sports Director Chris Nicholas. Let's go Wolves!
You've been listening to a special halftime edition of Wolfpack Chat.
1 minute PSA.
With WXCY Sports Director Chris Nicholas. Tune in every Thursday night throughout the season for more in-depth discussion and highlights of local sports action in Kane and around the region.
1 minute PSA.
Saturday, October 7th, Wildcat Park presents Oktoberfest. Gates open at 11 a.m. with live music, food trucks, a beer tent, kids' activities, car cruising, Ludlow Fire Department chicken barbecue, and craft vendors. The band Wildfire will take the stage from 11:30 to 2:30, and One Last Breath will play from 3 to 6. Gate fees are $5 a person, and 6 and under are free. Oktoberfest at Wildcat Park, Saturday, October 7th. Presented by Ludlow Community Association. WXCY thanks them for their support.
From your weather authority, Jet 24, I'm meteorologist Tom Atkins. Here's a look at your weekend Kane area forecast. We will have some fog around the area this morning. The sky's becoming mostly sunny. A pleasant Saturday with a high of 71.
1 minute.
Then for
PSA.
tonight, moonlit skies again, some fog after midnight, and lows near 50. For tomorrow, it gets a little warmer. Sunny skies after the fog burns off on your Sunday. Highs tomorrow of 74. Make it a great weekend from Jet 24. I'm meteorologist Tom Atkins on 101.7 XZY.
This is the story of a very special woman. Just a few knew about her superpowers. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
This is Reverend Rebecca Harris, a volunteer for the Kane Area Food Pantry. Kane Food Pantry serves about 300 people every month. Hungry kids, working people, senior citizens. The cost of food has hit everyone's budget, including the food pantries. Every month, the food pantry spends about $5,000 to feed our neighbors. That's twice as much money as comes in. Can you help? Canned goods or other shelf-stable items are especially needed. Do check expiration dates and then take the food to any Kane church for pickup. If you can donate money, mail your check to P.O. Box 744, Kane, PA 16735. We thank you for your support. Have a blessed day.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
A heads up before something bad happens.
Yes.
You should not send that text.
Uh-oh. Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can reverse prediabetes and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
WXCY LP Kane.
Connected to Kane with a mix of great music and things you need to know. We are 101.7 XZY.
Oh, I got to put Bruce back on the air here. Sorry.
There we go.
There we are. Sorry about that.
I just thought I'd give it to
were.
me and then give it to you. And
Here
we're
we are.
going to have Chris read the Friends of the Wolfpack, who are the people that we really are thankful for. Chris?
Yeah, we're going to do Friends of the Wolfpack here. As we know, we'd like to thank our Friends of the Wolfpack. We always appreciate the things they do. So let's just get right to it. We're going to read from the bottom up here. So Bob and Joanne Wolf, Molly Rich, Barb and Jim Kimbrough, Roger and Sharon Johnson, Tim Smith's Stump Grinding, Lindsay Novacell, Misty Slater, Jim and Kathy Graville, Bob, Tina, and Bobby Rumsick, Bill and Kim Cicchetti, Don and Sue Stitt, Bucktail Barbers, Mary Rotar, Binks and Army Brinkley, Craig and Debbie Wenzel, Pat and Denise Ambrogno, Julie Chittister, Rodney Smith, Dave and Vicky Thompson, John and Christy Darr, Ken Wolfie Wolf, Kathy Roston, Jack and Linda Headland, Matt Gailey, Tom and Carol Nicholas, Vicky Wyand, Kane Area School District Superintendent Janine Kloss, Dr. Charles and Paula Amuso, Peter Amuso, Stephen Marcy Bezak, Bruce and Joanne Leonard, Rita Graville, Whitey and Deb DeRay, Heather Cribbs, Casey Jones, Sharon Zampona, Tony and Jackie Cicchetti, Bruce Waters, Paul and Lisa Kibbe, Joan, Thomas, Jack and Jacob Walker, and in memory of Travis, Peter Galvin, Claire and Mark Guini, Hannah, Chandler, Cyprian and Catherine Penn, David and Laura Galvin, Dennis and Agnes Galvin, John Galvin, Dennis and Jerry Lee Galvin, Keith and Linda Regal, Basil and Francine Imbrogno, Church Gustafson, Dave Hadley, Bill Horton, Tim and Lisa Weil, Steve and Joanne Perry, Pam and Victor Bezak, Kane Area High School faculty and staff, the crew at the Kane Farmers Market, Rennie Saquin, Susan Grolman, Richard Smith, Misty Slater, and Fran and Becky Christian. We'd like to thank our friends of the Wolf Pack. They help us keep the lights on, keep the station broadcasting, keep bringing you these games. WXCY is a non-profit, non-commercial radio station, meaning the only way we get money in the door is from listeners like our friends of the Wolf Pack and anyone else. Any time of year, we're always willing to accept any donations. Donations are what keeps us on the air as a 501c3 nonprofit. If you want to get your name on this particular Friends of the Wolf Pack list, you can drop off your tax-deductible donation at the Radio Shack Photo and Sound Shop in Uptown Kane, or you can go to WXZYradio.com and click on that PayPal link. Every donation is appreciated. We appreciate you, the listeners, and also the viewers. School District on, those of you watching on the YouTube channel and the Vimeo channel, and if you're watching and listening in on the Kane Area School District TV station channel. And just as a heads up, those watching that TV channel, go watch the streams. Your quality is going to be way better. We don't have the technology to make that stream any better on the TV channel, but there was a huge investment in the streaming from the school district side. So go out there, YouTube, Facebook, Vimeo, watch the game in crystal clear, Bruce. High definition.
You know what? I can't begin to tell you how many people tell me on the street what a great job you guys do. I know they struggle with the one that's on, is it Channel 18?
It's a Channel 18 on the Kane cable system, but, and it's just, we can't do anything to improve that quality, and that we, as the Kane Area School District, just want to say that. I know we get a lot of comments.
It's just not up to snuff, right?
Yeah, on the radio station page about that. The radio station has nothing to do with that channel. That is all the Kane Area School District, so I just want to say that while everybody's listening, so nothing we can do to fix that. So also I forgot, Roger and Sharon Johnson, Joe's telling me in my ear, and that was on my list, but apparently I didn't print that. It was on there. It was the fourth one on the list, so I did say it.
There you go. Well, either way, it got said twice.
It got said twice now, so they've heard their name twice now.
The Wolves will be kicking off here to start the second half. As we mentioned earlier, it's going to be a running clock from here on out. I'll tell you what, who took the kickoff was taken by Vayu. Kellen Vayu, finally brought down on the play by Kellen Weidman, Caden Wildman, the sophomore. I know he plays in all the JV games, this Wildman kid.
Yeah.
He's quick out of the backfield and good on special teams apparently, so. And here's where Port Allegany is going to take over. I'm assuming they're going to start some younger kids here because why would you want?
And they just kicked the ball by accident, so they got to reset the ball. The official actually needs to reset that.
So here we go. Now we're all squared up. And it's a running clock. 11:28 to go already. I mean, it just goes. Timeouts, injuries, and official timeouts are the only times it'll stop. And score.
And scores, yep.
Yep, ball's handed off to number 1, Cable. Julian Cable gets the handoff, gets a short gain. He's taken down by Isaiah Smith. And it's really hard to substitute for the Wolves because we've out of just through injury and numbers. It's tough for us to anchor down any farther. I think that's Jake Cosier. Number 24, Jake Cosier is taking the snaps here. Tackled by Sharba along with Isaiah Smith. We got a pickup of about 3 by Cosier.
Yeah, we do see somebody back there different for the Gators.
Yep. And I think that's Jake Cosier.
Setting up in shotgun now.
Yep. Oh, it's going to be
offsides.
I think that's Isaiah Smith just jumped the gun. After a while, you get so amped up to do something good that it just comes back to haunt you.
It's going
to be 5 yards.
Third and not much.
And that length of a gum pack now.
Yeah.
To about the 39 2/3.
And this is weird. They got a kid who normally plays wide receiver playing quarterback.
Yeah.
And who was
multi-talented.
Yeah, and who's the kid on his side, number 1? Oh, Cable. And the quarterback, the new quarterback, Jake Kosher, is going to keep it here. He's going to pick up the first down, finally brought down by Zook and Isaiah Smith, along with Tom Shrub. Shrub's had a decent game today, this afternoon. I keep wanting to say tonight.
Yeah, he started off really well in the first half and has kept going with it. He's in every play.
Right.
Yeah, that he's out there.
So Kosher gets the snap from the shotgun, hands it off to Cable, who was brought down in the backfield by Isaiah Smith.
Yeah, Smith was just in there super quick and snuffed out the play.
He is just cutting it loose here. He's going to lose a couple here. It's going to bring up 2nd and I'd say 13. Switching sides in the field with their offense here, moving guys around. A lot of new people in. Helps me out tremendously.
8:30 to go here in the third quarter.
Yep, Kosher gets back, gets the snap out of the shotgun, throws the ball downfield a little too far. That pass is intended for Aiden Smith. Covered on the play by Kane's Evan Anderson. So it's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Gators. Kosher from the shotgun. Side guard is Cable. Kosher fades back, getting pressure, looks to throw. It is intercepted by Anderson. First great thing that's happened for the Wolves tonight, Dane Anderson picks off a pass thrown by Kosher.
And who is it? Dane Anderson.
Dane Anderson.
Dane Anderson there in the play. You know, that's just great knowledge of football there.
Yeah, he just read that the whole way. He never moved. He stood right where he was the whole time and waited for it to come to him. So the Wolves take over on the 39, their own. 1st and 10 from there. Anderson's going to be in the shotgun, but Jackus will be behind him. Connor Brown ahead in the slot. Anderson's going to hand off to Bajakis. Bajakis is going nowhere. He is tackled by a host of guys. Led by the big fella for the Gators. That is Tyler Fillert.
Yeah, just nowhere to go there. He had a little bit of steam, but then the first Gator hits, and it's just like the rest are there.
Yeah, I mean, the stride he took after he got the handoff, they were there.
Yep.
So Anderson looks like he's going to be under center this time. Yep. Fullback, Connor Brown. Behind him, Bajakis. Ball's handed off to Bajakis. Bajakis going to pick up a couple. Brought down again by a host of Gators. Actually, he's going to pick up around 4.
Yeah, call it 3rd and 6 or so.
Exactly, Chris. Nice running play by the Wolves.
Bajakis will take it up the middle.
Already down to 6:25 on the clock.
With that running clock,
it just goes.
It's your enemy.
Yep.
You know, and if you're the Gators, it's your friend that you've earned. So.
Gavin Moses in on the tackle.
So everybody's looking down at the play called in. Anderson's going to be under center again this time, followed by Brown and Bajakis. Anderson looks to hang off to Bajakis, but he pulls out, throws it to Kyle Zook. Zook is going to be out to over
that's a
midfield.
First down.
Yeah, over mid. 48 maybe. No, they're going to spot it right past the 50-yard line. So it's going to be officially at the 49 of the Gators. Yes.
Enough for a first down, and that there you go. Positive progress.
Yep.
Keep going.
You betcha, Chris.
Yep.
So again, he's going to go up under center. Lone backfield. Now Schaefer moves over along with Bajakis. They're going to hand it off to Bajakis. He grinds it ahead, still going.
Boy, yeah.
Picks up a tough 2 yards.
Yeah, he was hit there at the line of scrimmage and just
kept
plowed away.
His legs moving, yeah. Picks up 2, going to bring up 2nd and 8. Babcock in on the stop, leading the way.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
And that's what I like about these kids, man. There's no quit. They all got their head up. Nobody's just pouting. You know what I mean?
They're still out there playing the game and doing what they can to.
And that's what you do.
To get a first down, to get down the field.
Anderson's going to take the ball from the shotgun position. He's going to pitch it out to Bajakas, who's going to get a nice gain on the play. He's finally run out of bounds by Hover, but not before he picks up, I got to say 4 yards.
Yeah. 3rd and 3.5, maybe?
Yep. Going to bring up 3rd and short. We'll say 3rd and 3 officially.
Yeah.
Bring up 3rd and 3.
So they're going to go out of the shotgun this time, Anderson. Trying to change his cadence a little bit and get the cheap 5 yards.
Which would get us a first down.
Yep. So they're changing up on the play. Connor Brown is going to go over to his right side. Jack is up right on his sidecar. Fakes the handoff to Brown and keeps the ball.
But boy,
that was disaster at its finest, man.
I mean,
I think he was supposed to hand it off to Brown. Brown didn't know.
Yeah.
And it's going to bring up 4th and 3. I mean, we're lucky he got away with just picking up a yard, not losing the ball.
Yeah, when you're expecting to hand it off and
the guy won't take it.
He won't take it. It's like, all right, let's go. Let's get down the field.
So here we go. Kane's going to go for this.
Yeah.
On Port Allegany side of the field here, down at the 40. We're going to call it 42 officially. It's 4th and short.
6 seconds left on the play clock. I'm not sure they're going to get one off here.
They're going to have to burn one here.
Yeah, they have to do a timeout.
Yeah,
I
he's
saw
calling
Coach call a timeout. Yeah.
Yeah, good call, Chris.
Yeah.
So Kane's going to take one of their 3 timeouts here in the second half.
Now that I actually discovered where that play clock was, it took us
a half almost.
And it does look like there's one on top of the concession stand too. So boy, oh boy,
I didn't see that.
I just
one
missed
either.
all of them here. You know,
that
you
just
look at
blends
it.
in down
It does
there.
blend in down there, and as soon as I'm sitting here saying it, you know, here we are. But your Wolves are down 41-0 here in the third quarter with 3:10 left. That's what the clock does stop on plays or on timeouts.
Yes, one of the few times it does.
But they just looked like there's some confusion on what play they wanted to call to get it out there, and you know.
Right, and that's what happens when you get a bunch of new guys in.
Yeah.
So.
But
we go down to Red Bank next week.
We
Chris.
do go down to Red Bank next week. It's the first time we've traveled there in a number of years.
It's been a while.
I got to think the last time the Wolves football team actually played down there, it had to be in a playoff game.
You're right.
I think Mr. Jeff Kepler was on the District 9 committee way back then.
Okay.
Even. So it's been quite a few years since we played down there. I think he might have been a principal at the time, or it might have even been before he was principal. But it's been quite a few years since we've been down there.
Never a pleasant place to run down to.
No. It's going to be tough sledding there too.
Yes, sir. Dane Anderson gets the snap out of the shotgun. He takes off running to the right side, picks up the first down. He's still on his feet. He's down to the 20, the 25, to 15, hauled down at about the 11, Chris.
Oh, boy.
Finally, by, I think that's Stiles, number 3. I have a hard time with these numbers.
It's tough to see out there. We're a little further up.
Either way, nice run by the Wolves. Dane Anderson just took off in the Wildcats and picked up a huge chunk.
Yeah, and he had to run down the line to get to the outside. It was all
to
shut
find
off.
The hole.
He found it and just exploded down the field.
And he's running for his life again. He's got him by the jersey and just hauls him down.
Yeah, it's going to be a 5-6 yard loss for the Wolves.
Yeah.
Maybe even more. It might be an 8 yard loss for the Wolves.
I think that was Braylon Button.
Yeah.
Their big guy.
Who was on the homecoming court, if I remember.
He was. Yeah. You're correct. Yep.
They're a nice homecoming ceremony here. They announced the king and the queen right at halftime.
Yep. That's going to bring up 2nd and 20, I would assume. Yeah. 2nd and long for the Wolves. Anderson gets the ball as shotgun, looks to hand off again, throws it now over to Novosel on the left-hand side. He is met by a couple Gators led by Julian Capel. And Novosel's brought down for a short game at best. And Novosel's a little shaken up here. So I don't know if they're going to send. Yeah, they are. They're going to send somebody in to take his place. They're going to replace him with Austin Campbell.
They had a officials timeout, so they're calling. Yeah, they do stop the clock there. They're just checking him out, making sure he's okay.
Yep. So Campbell comes in. He takes over at the wide position. Inside of him is Chamberlain, who's good to see him back on the field.
Yeah.
A lot of guys have been dinged up for the Wolves today.
And especially for Coach Nathan Smith wants to see him back on the field because districts is coming
up
on Monday.
Thought of about the golf team, yeah.
Yep. Dual sport athlete.
He's their number one guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Anderson back in the shotgun again. Gets the snap, fades back deep in the pocket to throw, looks downfield. He's got a guy open. That is Luke Johnson, am I right? That is
a touchdown.
Number 9, Luke Johnson in the end zone for a TD. Nice pass by Anderson. And once again, the clock doesn't even stop now, I don't think, does it?
Yes, it should. It was a score, so now it stops.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm mistaken.
Well, hopefully they won. We're talking to bringing back to Kane for those of you hearing us.
In our ear hole.
In our ear hole, yeah.
The thing back in
41-13
PSU ahead.
There you go. That's a better score. That's a final, I think you said.
Yep.
There we go.
For good. So the halftime speech works. Bachaka's kick up and good. The Wolves are on the board 41-7. Nice offensive drive by the Wolves that time.
Yeah, coming out after halftime, you got to do some things, get on the board. That's the 4th touchdown we've scored this season. It feels good.
Yep, and it doesn't seem like much to a lot, but to these kids it's the world right now because this is what you work for all week long, for all these weeks. So, you know what? It's a big deal.
It is a big deal, and to get some points, get it on the board, get up there, have some good morale. There's a little bit more pep in their step now.
Your blood pumping in the right direction.
Good things to go here for the Wolves. It's nice to see them get on the board.
Yep. So, with the kick, things with the clock will start back up and run again.
Yep.
Nice little drive, Chris.
I think, where did we get the ball at there? Was it at the...
Right around midfield.
Midfield or so, yeah.
Well, now we started down here about the 40. They got a big play and then...
Yep. It's about a 60-yard drive.
Yep, for the Wolves.
Yep.
And we're going to kick this one off from the 40. But Jackus will be doing the kicking. Again, a lot of young kids out there on the special team.
And that's the first possession for the Gators. They didn't score. That's right. It was an interception by Anderson.
Oh, you're right.
Interception by Anderson. Yep. So Gators still +1 on the turnover margin. But they kind of on autopilot here. They're cycling some kids in, and as you mentioned, it's tough for the Wolves to cycle anybody in with the injuries and the
they're all ninth graders.
Yeah.
On the special teams this time. But Jackus kick right down the center on the hash mark, picked up by number 11.
Brought down.
Or number 2, I'm sorry. That's Halver. Brought down by 22 of the Wolves.
And 80.
Levi Wilson and Connor Brown.
There you go. That number I could see. I was zoomed in, Bruce.
Good one.
Sit here and stare at this little camera lens the whole game. It's
tough
to...
that has really got to burn your retina out in your brain.
Well, we do what we have to do here.
And I'll tell you what, you do it well.
There we go.
I'll give you that. So, the Gators take over. They're on their own 46. A lot of new guys in here that we'll mention somewhere along the line for the Wolves. Got a timeout on the field. I think somebody's going to, what they're doing is they're going to match up guys on the field to get things right here. So a timeout's taken.
49 seconds to go in the third quarter.
I think some of the new guys that we're going to mention here are Caden Wildman. Like I said, number 3, Eric Novosel, who's back up on his feet and moving around. Talon Schaefer's out there. We mentioned 33, Austin Campbell earlier. That's the touchdown. Number 9, Luke Johnson's out there on special teams, along with Trey Bradybaugh. 36 I have on as Yancey Yandy. Yandy, is that
there
name?
You go. Yep.
If I'm reading that correctly, I hope. And we'll get to some more here in a minute. I see Mason Bernecki down there on the line. Along with Logan Williams.
Just everybody matching up.
Yep. in at quarterback, like we said, for Port Allegany is number 24. And he picks up a big chunk on that play. Just kind of an option read there. He just took the snap from the shotgun and just read what he could do, and he just took off the right side.
And he ran over one of his own guys and was kind of like standing on top of him like,
I
sorry,
can't
dude.
help it, but you're in my way, man.
Sorry, let me help you up.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
First down for the Gators. 19 seconds to go here in the third. It goes fast. Causer has a guy in the backfield behind him, a new guy. I can't see his
don't
number.
need to run a
I think
play,
it's
but
4.
Oh, they are.
Vayu. Hands off to Vayu. Vayu picks up substantial yardage on the play. It's finally brought down
around the right side.
by Caden Wildman.
But at that, Bruce, you know what time it is. It's time to send it back to Joe.
Let's go, Joe.
Let's go, Joe. Back to Joe. Your Wolves are down 41-7, leading into the fourth quarter.
For people sitting in the sun, you might want to stay hydrated. There's no lines over at the sun.
1017 XCY thanks the following sponsors for their support of our broadcast. Drift Flotation Center with float pods, ice baths, and sauna sessions located in Lance Corners. The Spoonwood Inn, lodging and accommodations available on Route 6 at the edge of Kane. Flickerwood Wine Cellars, offering a variety of house-made wines and a cocktail lounge serving food whenever the winery is open. Kane Lumber and Fuel True Value Hardwood with lumber, tools, paints, and more at 250 Hemlock Avenue. Howard Hanna Professionals, 30 Fraley Street. Listings can be found at howardhannaprofessionals.com. Texas Hot Lunch and Four Sons Family Restaurant. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Zook Motors, Route 6 west of Kane. New and pre-owned cars and trucks. W.E. Swanson Agency, providing insurance for Kane and all of Pennsylvania. Kane Elks Club, with league and open bowling and dinners for members and their guests starting at 4 daily. D'Angelo Custom Built Manufacturing, maker of heavy-duty wreckers. Field Street Boots, offering Kane sports apparel, gear, and accessories. Haberberger Disposal, waste collection services for residential or commercial. And Pepe's Bistro, 127 Fraley Street, open daily for lunch and dinner.
WXCYLP, Kane.
All right, back here. New guy into the backfield for the Gators, Vayu. He's going to pick up a first down here inside the 20-yard line down to the Wolves. I'm going to say 19-yard line.
Brought down by number 40, Caleb Wildman.
Wildman in on the stop for the Wolves. So Causer's still at quarterback for the Gators.
And he's tall. He's a tall guy out
I'm
there,
telling
man.
you, that kid is all 6'3",
yeah,
if not 6'4", with the helmet on, man. He's a big kid.
I mean, it seems like he's over everybody on the line. I mean,
everybody.
Everybody, not just
the officials.
Yeah.
Everyone. Causer gets the snap. He pitches it back to number 4, which is Vayu. And Vayu is brought down in the backfield by Wildman along with
bunch of Wolves.
A Trey Brady ball.
There you go.
I apologize.
That's okay. You're looking at the new guys. Hey, and I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm trying to track down both sides. You know, that's 22 new guys.
They're all new
there.
guys in the game tonight, and
I
tonight
you
again.
try to get it right because, you know, these kids work hard all week.
Absolutely.
They tend to get their name right and get them on the field and get them mentioned. So Causer is in the shotgun here. Causer gets the snap. He rolls off to the right. He's looking downfield, but nobody's open. He's just going to run out of bounds by the big guy over there, number 58, Logan Williams. Going to bring up third down and around 7 yards for the Gators. Nice defensive play by the Wolves on that one.
Yeah, good stop. You know, second and about, what is it, 6?
Yeah.
6.5, 7 maybe?
Yep. It was good coverage downfield.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a defensive backfield coverage there that makes that happen.
Yep.
So they got 2 plays to pick up the first down here. Causer's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Good snap. He's getting, Wildman's going to bring him down. Yes, he did.
Yes, he finally. Oh,
wow,
boy.
Nice blitz by number 40. Wildman for the Wolves. Nice blitz.
I thought he almost was going to get away there for a second.
Well, he almost whiffed him because he looked like he was going to run out of that tackle. But Wildman must be a strong kid because he
held on.
Yep, he didn't let go. He looked like he was going to roll out of it.
Yep.
So it's going to bring up fourth in a country mile here.
They are lining up to punt, not punt. No, they're not.
I think number 20.
I think he was a little confused.
Yeah.
Yep.
Either way, yeah.
You're a wide out. Yep. Go
either
out there.
way, Cosser is fading back to pass. He looks down the field. He's got somebody in the middle of the field, and that's Vayu again. He's brought down by 4 or 5 guys, led by Wildman and Brady Baugh.
Another athlete there, Wildman. Just good presence on the field. Good presence. No one there. We called his name several times here
in a short period.
In a short period of time. One plays blitzing, and another plays dropping back.
Yep.
Good quality minutes for him.
And the Wolves are going to take over on downs here.
Yep. And the clock does stop here on possession change.
Right. So yeah, I like that defensive stand by the Wolves. At center now is going to be, I think, Aiden Eckert for the Wolves.
And the the game clock does begin now, and the official signal, not a ball snap.
Okay, it's down to 5. They move Wildman behind the quarterback, which is Novosel. Novosel hands off to Wildman. Oh, there's a flag on the play.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a face mask or a hold. Either way. It said it's on number 11 face mask, and I got one right for a change.
There you go.
So that's going to be either 5 or 15 in the Wolves' favor.
They're marching quite a ways.
And they're not stopping after 5, so I got to assume that's 15.
They're still going.
Huh?
He's still marching.
There you go. So that was the extended version of face mask against Port Allegany. He's going to move the Wolves out to the 35-yard line, Chris.
First down for the Wolves.
Yep.
And again, this is all other players now playing for both teams.
Is that Talon Schaefer at quarterback now?
It
is.
might be number 3.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Usually it would be.
And that's
Wildman ahead for a gain of about 2. Brought down by 4 or 5. 4 or 5 Gators, led by the big fella, Tyler Fillert. Pick up a 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 for the young Wolves out there. And that is Talon Schaefer at quarterback now. I remember it because they had Novosel out here at wideout, and he kind of rolled his ankle a little bit. So nice job by Schaefer.
There's just all kinds of stuff happening there on the line.
And I'm not sure. Turning his head when the snap came back, and I thought for sure it was going to go over his shoulder.
Yeah. Off against the Gators. There we go.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's encroachment against the Gators.
Yep.
Going to bring up 2nd and round 3. Down to 7:30 to go here in the game. Wolves down 41-7. Oh, and that's going to be
another offsides
against the Gators. And
another offsides.
Coach can't be happy with this. This is all a mental breakdown here.
This is discipline.
You just watch the snap of the ball.
Yep.
Is what you're watching for. Don't pay attention to.
And
I know it's easier.
Oh, wait, we're up here, up in the box,
But that is just technique.
Yeah,
you watch the ball.
And you got a new caller back there.
Yep. Gets it past. Schaefer gets the ball out to the outside to number 39. I'm sorry, maybe that's 36. Yandi.
Nice catch. Nice.
Yep.
2nd and 5.
Very nice. So like you said, we're down under 7 minutes to go in this one. It goes fast, Chris.
It
so
sure does.
Fast. I mean, even when I take time and look over, it's just where to go. Schaefer back there in the shotgun. He's got Wildman to his right. Wildman's blocking. Schaefer eludes one tackler. He's going to have to keep this. He backtracks.
Where are you going?
Nobody paying attention to 52.
Oh, boy.
Schaefer is going to get thrown for a loss. It's going to be 3 yards behind the original line of scrimmage, almost 4. It's going to bring up 3rd and really long.
Yeah.
For the Wolves. I thought maybe that decision was going to turn out in his favor.
I did at one point, and then he reversed field again, and it's like that's a young new quarterback,
Yep. And those are the plays that we drew up in our backyard as kids, man.
We're going to run this way.
Go over to the telephone pole,
Yep.
turn around, and go by Johnson's house.
Yep.
Schaefer rolls out to his left, looks down, throws it complete. To Levi Wilson.
Down.
I tell you what, that was a nice big gain there to Levi Wilson.
Depends on the spot. Ooh,
Well,
not a
he's looking-
favorable spot for the Wolves.
He's looking at like the 50 or the 45, 46 spot, and that's going to bring up 4th and around 3.
It's deceiving when they
3. Yeah, it is.
When they throw the
Chris.
marker down over there, you think they're right by it, but they're doing that for the safety of the guys running that way.
Plenty of time on the play clock. Still got 15 seconds. Still making French fries over there now.
Oh boy.
Schaefer waiting for the snap, has it, looks to hand off to Wildman. He keeps it, instead rolls to the left, and he's going to get thrown for a loss right at midfield, Chris.
Yeah, that's tough.
Well, it is to come in with 11 new guys and try to get some continuity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, on both sides of the ball, and I think it's almost a little easier on defense, man. You're
just go to
zapped,
the
you're ready
ball.
to go, you go at it and make it happen where
well, the Wolves are going to turn it over on downs here
Yep.
with just over 5 minutes to go in the game. My wife is going to laugh at me with all this red.
I know, she's going to say something to you. Your face is a little red too, buddy.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
You're going to get it.
I never put my hat on after the.
You didn't?
After the playing of the national anthem.
I had mine on because I've got a little bit of a solar problem on my head, so.
Don't we all? So Causer back at quarterback for the Gators. He hands the ball off to Vayu. Vayu's going to have a short gain of around 4. We'll call it 3 officially.
Yeah.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 7.
Number 36, Yandi.
Yandi on the tackle for the Wolves. Well, in a short period of time, we've called this Yandi kid's name quite a few times.
Another young athlete in the game.
Right. So Causer's going to be up under center this time to take the snap. I backfield. Going to pitch it to the second back. Number 40.
It's going to be good enough for a first down for the Gators.
Yep. They're going to move the sticks, and we are quickly under 4 minutes. Causer again going to take this snap from under center. 3 split wide, 2 on the right, 1 to the left here nearest us at the press box, the roof of the press box.
Up on the top.
Up on the top. Causer hands off this time. Hands the ball off to number 44, Finninger. Braden Finninger. Finninger picks up around 4. Going to bring up. It's going to be 2nd and 2. Causer's going to go out of the shotgun this time. Three minutes to go in this one. Ball handed off to Aiden Smith. Smith
just right up.
Down to about the 23-yard line.
He's brought down by Austin Campbell, number 33.
Brought down by Austin Campbell on the play for the Wolves.
Takes the ball inside the 25. It's about the 23-yard line.
Yeah, and make sure Joe's awake over there. It's 2:40 left in the game, and it's a moving clock, so we're going to be sending it back pretty quick.
Causer hands off this time to the up back. And that is Finninger.
Finninger on the carry, picks up.
Boy, Bees would love all these new names.
He would love all this. He'd be having. I wonder what they'd be called.
I don't even know how many letters are in that name, but it's not spelled like you'd think, Finninger.
There you are.
So Causer looks over to the coaches on the sideline. He's looking for a play here. Just 2 minutes to go in this one. Wolves down 41-7 in Port Allegany on this beautiful afternoon. Causer gets the snap under center, pitches the ball back. Ball is pitched to Aiden Smith. Smith is taken down by around 7 yards.
Brought down by number 40, Caleb Wildman.
Yandi on the tackle again from that linebacker spot. Looks like it's going to be 3rd down and 4. trying to hurry a play in.
They're trying to get something in. And
2:20 to go with only 13 seconds to go in the time clock, or on the play clock. Hands it off again to Smith. Aiden Smith brought down close to the first down marker.
It's going to be real close.
They're going to move the chains. He's waving them on.
Yep.
So we're down to 1 minute to go in this one, sports fans.
And just a shout out to Jason Barner, athletic director at the school district. You know, we talked about how we're standing on top of the press box. Jason always finds a way for all of us to fit in the press box down in Kane there. So just a shout out. Kane has a great box. We love it there.
Jason does a wonderful job up in Kane. I'll tell you what. Not a more precise guy there is.
Yep. Just a great job there. And right now, you know, Bruce, we may as well send it back now.
Yeah, that's the game. We're not going to run another play here. 41-7 is the final. Let's send it back to the studio.
Yep.
You're listening to Kane Wolves High School Football on 101.7 XZY. Supported by great local businesses like these. Pepe's Bistro, 127 Fraley Street in Kane. With a food and drink menu including salads, subs, and wings, as well as a selection of beer. Their phone number is 814-837-8712. The Spoonwood Inn. They offer lodging and accommodations on Route 6 on the edge of Kane, just across from the Knox and Kane bike and walking trail. They can be reached at 814-561-1365. Flickerwood Wine Cellars, with wines made in-house as well as a gift shop and cocktail lounge offering a menu of entrees. They're on Flickerwood Road in Kane. Haberberger Disposal, providing careful removal of household or business trash for customers around the region. They can be reached at 814-558-4304 or online at haberbergerdisposal.com. W.E. Swanson Agency, offering plans for auto, homeowners, and business and commercial at 23 Fraley Street. On the web at weswansonagency.com. Texas Hot Lunch and Four Sons Family Restaurant. Field Street in Kane, home of the Kane Texas Hot, and serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. 814-837-8122. Kane Lumber and Fuel, True Value Hardware, located at 250 Hemlock Avenue, serving the Kane area for over 85 years with remodeling and building supplies, tools, and paints. Drift Flotation Center. Flotation therapy is designed to try to reduce health issues and promote relaxation. Drift Flotation Center is located in Land at driftflotation.weebly.com. Zook Motors, Route 6, just west of Kane, with new and pre-owned cars and trucks and service and parts department. Their inventory listings are online at zookmotors.net. Kane Elks Club, serving dinners on Fridays for members and their guests starting at 4 p.m. daily. Open bowling and league play available throughout the year. For information, call the Elks at 814-837-8812. Howard Hanna Professionals, representing buyers and sellers of homes, commercial properties, and acreage in the Kane area and surrounding region. Online at howardhannaprofessionals.com. Field Street Boots, offering Carhartt and Timberline clothing along with hunting and fishing supplies. You can find them on Facebook or 18 Field Street in Kane. D'Angelo Custom Built Manufacturing, proud to stand behind Kane High Athletics and Academics. On the web at custombuiltmfg.com.
In the last few years, we've had to readjust to a lot of things. Thankfully, one thing hasn't changed. High school football on 101.7 XZY. Your support allows us to continue beaming the action far and wide each week. Join our team of supporters by becoming a friend of the Wolfpack. A $10 or more donation helps us cover the costs of our broadcasts and gets you recognized as one of our VIPs. Just visit WXZYradio.com and click on Friend of the Wolfpack to give quickly and securely online. Or you can send a check to WXZY Radio, P.O. Box 504, Kane, Pennsylvania 16735. Thank you.
Time now for 101.7 XZY's post-game wrap-up. Sponsored by Atlantic Eastern Electrical, providing electrical contract services for business and industry. They're located in Kane and can be reached at 837-1222. Atlantic Eastern Electrical.
All right, folks, back here at Port Allegany, the Wolves take one on the chin over here in Gatorland, 41-7 after it's all said and done. It started early with a couple
It
turnovers and just kind of multiplied. So what the Wolves are going to do is they're going to get back to Kane and work on some stuff this week, and they'll be headed down to Red Bank, where it doesn't get any easier for the Wolves next week.
It doesn't. But let's talk about the Friends first.
Yep, read that.
Let's talk about the Friends. We'd like to thank our friends of the Wolfpack: Fran and Becky Christian, Misty Slater, Richard Smith, Susan Grollman, Rennie Sackwin, the crew at the Kane Farmers Market, Kane Area High School faculty and staff, Pam and Victor Bezak, Steve and Joanne Perry, Tim and Lisa Weil, Bill Horton, Dave Hadley, Church Gustafson, Basil and Francine and Brogno, Keith and Linda Regal, Dennis and Jerry Lee Galvin, John Galvin, Dennis and Agnes Galvin, David and Laura Galvin, Hannah, Chandler, Cyprian and Catherine Penn, Claire and Mark Guini, Peter Galvin, Joan, Thomas, Jack and Jacob Walker in memory of Travis, Paul and Lisa Kibbe, Bruce Waters, Tony and Jackie Cicchetti, Sharon Zampona, Casey Jones, Heather Cribbs, Whitey and Deb DeRay, Rita Greville, Bruce and Joanne Leonard, Steve and Marcy Bezak, Peter Amuso, Dr. Charles and Paula Amuso, Kane Area School District Superintendent Janine Kloss, Vicki Wayand, Tom and Carol Nicholas, Matt Gailey, Jack and Linda Hedlund, Kathy Roston, Ken Wolfie Wolf, John and Christy Darr, Dave and Vicki Thompson, Rodney Smith, Julie Chittister, Pat and Denise Imbrogno, Craig and Debbie Wenzel, Binks and Army Brinkley, Mary Rotar, the Bucktail Barbers, Don and Sue Stitt, Bill and Kim Cicchetti, Bob, Tina, and Bobby Rumsick, Jim and Kathy Greville, Misty Slater, Lindsay Novacell, Tim Smith Stump Grinding, Roger and Sharon Johnson, Barb and Jim Kimbrough, Molly Rich, and Bob and Joanne Wolf. We'd like to thank our friends of the Wolfpack. You can drop off your tax-deductible donation at the Radio Shack Photo and Sound Shop in Uptown Kane, or you can go to WXZYradio.com, click on that PayPal link. Your donation is appreciated. As I mention every time, this keeps the station running, keeps the lights going, keeps the broadcaster broadcasting, keeps the air going, keeps everything going at the station. The only way we stay functioning as a 501c3 nonprofit, non-commercial station is donations by listeners and viewers like everyone out there in viewer and listener land. We truly do appreciate everything that the listeners do, and that's how we stay in the air. If you want to keep hearing these games, if you listen and enjoy them, go on up and see Jim Greville up at the Radio Shack Photo and Sound Shop and give him a donation for the radio station. Or, like I said, go to the WXZYradio.com website and click on that PayPal link and help us out. So, Bruce, a tough sledding for the Wolves here, down 41-7 today. They got on the board late, but that running clock in the second half it goes quick.
Oh, it does. It just chews it up like handful by handfuls. And you're right about that Friends of the Wolfpack, man. They're very generous with their donations, and that can be done at any time of year.
Any time of year,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Doesn't have to be right now. It can be any time, and we thank you all. Once again, Wolves lose a tough one here, 41-7 in Port Allegany. We'll gather it up, and we'll head down to Red Bank next week, and hopefully in a different results.
Yeah, and just so our listeners and viewers know, that's a new location. First priority is to get our radio broadcast up because that takes a little less bandwidth. Second priority will be the video. So just as listening there, we're going to make sure the radio works first, and then we'll work on the video side. So we'll see what we have going on there. First trip there. But that's just a heads up for folks if they're expecting to watch the game. If you can't watch it, if you can't watch it, tune on into 101.7 or go to WXZYradio.com and stream the audio there, and we'll do our best. So that's about all I have, Bruce. We're going to have a game next week. Good luck to the golfers at Districts on Monday, and we hope them the best.
I'm glad you mentioned that, yes. And we wish everybody a nice weekend. It's going to be beautiful. Get out there and enjoy it. Have a good time wherever you're at, and we'll see you next week.